Welcome, everybody, to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, live on mybasin.com. Tonight's contest is also brought to you in part by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls, and by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. I'm Josh Eldridge. Along with me this afternoon is Dick North, ready to bring you some Klamath Union Lady Pelicans basketball. They're taking on the St. Mary's Crusaders this afternoon in Game 1 of the 2021 season. And Dick, glad that we finally do get a season. Like seeing everyone here today back in uniform, it really is like the first day of school all over again. A lot of excitement.
It is. I'm really excited about it. We didn't have any high school sports starting in March last year. It was kind of disappointing. You and I were both on our way up to the playoffs, and the season got canceled. And then obviously the kids haven't been doing anything. So this is great that they can actually be back in the gym. It's kind of weird that it's here is, let's say, May 22nd, we're starting basketball.
Absolutely.
I mean, baseball should be about 3/4 the way done.
Absolutely.
But that's okay. I love basketball, and I'm excited to watch these guys. And, watching them warm up, both teams look like they're ready to play, so it should be a fun time.
Yeah, definitely a different feel coming into basketball versus when there's snow on the ground versus when the flowers are blooming. There's a little bit of a difference for sure.
I'm sorry. I was on vacation this week. I mowed my lawn on Thursday, and it snowed on me on Thursday. So
That's true.
It's just like any other year.
And you know what? That was just the basketball god snowing down on us, trying to make things feel normal in a season where anything is not normal. We've got some different rules to talk about a little bit later today. The first one that everyone has noticed, and Dick, I don't know if I told you this, no tip-off today. The away team is going to pass the ball in. The officials are not allowed to touch the basketball today. Very interesting rule changes. We'll talk about them a little bit later. But interesting stuff happening today.
So I have a question. All the kids right now are masked up.
Yeah.
So are they required to wear masks while they're playing too, or can they take them off?
Yes, the rule is as long as they're fully vaccinated, they can take the mask off. Otherwise, indoor sports, they got to keep them on.
Interesting.
It is very interesting. Well, we'll talk about it coming up. We'll take a look at what these two teams did last season. Fairly evenly matched teams, I think, today between the Lady Pels and the Lady Crusaders. We'll get through all of it coming up next on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, live on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And to welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Today is opening day for Klamath Union Lady Pelicans basketball. They have obviously not played their first matchup, but St. Mary's comes into today 0-2. As a matter of fact, they've lost a pair of games to some Skyline Conference teams. They lost to North Valley on the road back on the 18th, 40-34, and they lost to Phoenix a couple nights ago on the 20th, 40-28. So a couple low-scoring games. Both teams put up 40 points against them. As a matter of fact, these two teams played last year as well. That game came on December 27th of 2019 was the last time these two teams matched up. The Klamath Union Lady Pels ended up taking that one 68-40 at the Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic at Cascade Christian High School. They play that one every year, teams from all around the area. But, of course, no tournament play this year. Only a couple of preseason games before we get into it. And, we've got the boys' game a little bit later on. I had a chance to talk to Coach Ed Case about how his team is shaping up, and he said he's at least thankful they get some sort of preseason because we didn't know they've only been practicing, Dick, for about 2 weeks, both of these teams. So very raw talent coming into this game. Maybe a lot of, kind of scrimmagey basketball we're going to see today from the girls and the boys, I think.
I know. As we talked about earlier, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these kids. The question I have, and I don't know if we have the answer to this, because baseball is going on right now.
It's actually over. This is the last week of baseball. The 4A state championship is being played today between Hidden Valley and LeGrand.
Okay, I was going to ask you if any of these kids that are multi-sport athletes, are torn between baseball and basketball, but obviously.
Right, so I could tell you this, on the boys' team, Jacob Cook, Garrett Short, both baseball players, they only practiced this week with the team.
Okay, so they could be a little bit rusty.
And I'm sure that that's the case for many of the girls on this team, too. Between softball, just looking at this, I believe Probst plays a little bit of softball. I think Mendez does as well, just off the top of my head. So they only got done a couple weeks ago, and, here they are, get ready for basketball.
There's also track going on right now, too. There's state track meets up in Eugene. Looking at the boys roster, there are only 8 kids on the roster right now, so I wonder if they've lost a few to track. That's possible.
It's very possible, absolutely. We're getting into it. Basketball is starting up again as we take a quick look at what these teams did last year in the conference. For St. Mary's, it was a tough season for them last year. They finished 1-9 in Far West League play, 2-20 overall last season. They gave up over 1,000 points last year. And for Klamath Union, a similar year as far as if you just look at their record. They finished 1-9, 8-16 overall. They also gave up 1,000 points, but they did score 1,000 points as well. They finished 23rd in the state last year. Couple returning players between last year's team and this year's team. Obviously, losing Shatil Wata, who ended up going to Corbin, but keeping some players like Probst, like Mahan. Anna Mendez showed up in a couple big games last year, and still a lot of returning players and growth for this Pelicans team. That's what we hope for, at least.
Yeah, I know last year people that listened to us, the last time we broadcast, I was constantly going off about Cassidy Mahan because I think she's better than what she gives herself credit for. So I'm looking for big things for her this year. So
we saw her hit a couple mid-range jump shots in warm-up and hoping that can continue into the game for sure.
I'm infamous for making miserable predictions, so I'm going to forbear doing that for now.
All right.
But I think Cassidy Mahan is going to be a big part of the KU team today, and hopefully we see some good things out of her. Same with Probst. I know she had some really good games last year. Like you mentioned, losing Wata, as a graduating senior is going to hurt them a little bit. But I think their kids are going to step up and make up for her absence. So we'll watch and see what happens.
Absolutely. Mahan, a junior, she's number 20. Keep your eye on her. And then Kenzie Probst, a senior. She's number 5. A couple of girls for Klamath Union to keep your eye on today. As we flip the card over, just a quick look at St. Mary's. Only one senior on their team, Kaylee Connor. She's not in the starting lineup either, so a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen for the St. Mary's team. And, when you go up a team against juniors and seniors in Klamath Union, think that'll play a part in this game?
Oh, I'm sure it will. But, watching these kids warm up, and they've got some good shooters out there. So, they can make it a contest, and hopefully it is. I don't want to see a blowout. I obviously want to see KU come out of here with a win, but I'd like it to be a close game and have some fun to watch. It's been a while since I watched basketball. I can't stand the NBA. So the last basketball I watched was the NCAA playoffs, and so I'm starved for basketball. So you guys feel my need today.
Absolutely. Well, it is playoff basketball today. Got any thoughts on the Blazers and Denver series?
To be truthful,
yeah,
I don't care.
That's all right. Hey, listen, to each their own.
We'll go back to that. Okay, right now I'm not. I used to be an avid basketball fan. I used to hate Boston, and I loved the Lakers. And then I switched, and I became a Celtics fan, and I hate LA. And what I do, I have a tendency of rooting for players, and if there's a player that's playing in the NBA that's from Oregon, I have a need to root for him. So right now I'm a Celtics fan because I love to watch Peyton Pritchard.
Absolutely.
He doesn't get a lot of playing time, but when he does get on the court, he seems to do pretty well. So if I watch any basketball, it's just going to be to watch him.
Absolutely. Well, Dick, I hope you enjoyed today's basketball game between Lady Pelicans, Lady Crusaders. The Crusaders enter play 0-2. The Pelicans, this is their first game. They're back at it. They are happy to be in uniform, and we will go over starting lineups. We'll take a little bit more in-depth look at this game coming up as well. And the Les Schwab Tires game up next on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Lady Pelicans basketball on mybasin.com. We kick off the Les Schwab Tires game of the week here in just a few minutes. So starting lineups are coming up in just a bit. These two teams, again, they matched up last year a little bit one time. Klamath Union taking the win there 68-40, but very different teams this year. Klamath Union losing a star player and very young team in St. Mary's. So should be a different kind of game today as we start to look forward to that as we kind of take a look and what's going on around the league. There's some other games going on in the area that we'll get to in just a minute, but of course starting lineups are coming your way here in just a minute as not quite sure who we've got doing PA tonight. Did you happen to see who it was, Dick?
I didn't see.
No, that's all right.
I think it's probably you.
Okay, well, we'll take a pass on me doing PA. I'm not quite sure about that one. So we've got starting here in a couple minutes the girls game, followed up quickly by the boys basketball game between the same two teams. That'll be probably about 15 minutes, 30 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Also bringing to you live video on that one. That one will also be on air on 1150 AM and 92.9 FM KAGO. If you end up not being able to watch our video, whatever it is, you can always find it on the radio station. Again, 92.9 1150 KAGO. Dick, we talked about it, some of the rule changes. Not going to see a starting tip-off today. I believe the away team starts in the first and fourth quarter with the ball. The home team starts in the second and third quarter. Makes sense to me to kind of flip-flop that, but it is what it is. That's how we're doing things. The officials not allowed to touch the ball. When they do free throws, your own team inbounds the ball to you. A lot of different kind of weird, questionable rule changes, I think.
So what happens if somebody screws up and touches the ball when they're not supposed to?
The ball has to be sanitized. There should be sanitized basketballs at the scorer's table and sanitizer at the scorer's table. Back in volleyball, they had a table at either side of the court for sanitizing.
I promise you that I keep my political views out of this, so I'm not going to go on any rants.
We appreciate it.
But I think probably people out there from my tone know how I feel.
Yeah.
So that's enough said.
We won't get ourselves in trouble, but it was definitely shocking to see stuff like that, on Twitter and whatnot as we get ready for starting lineups here in a bit. We'll go over the starting lineups for the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans. Starting is number 5, a senior, Mackenzie Probst. Number 13, Jada Wells. She's also a senior. Sam Garcia is a junior. She's number 15. Wearing number 20, the junior, starting is Cassidy Mahan. And Dayanara Pena, a freshman, number 23, getting the nod for Klamath Union. So flip the card over for St. Mary's. Number 10, Morgan Dole, a sophomore, getting a start. Number 23, Riker Rothfuss, a junior. Number 25, Hannah Erickson, a sophomore, starting for St. Mary's. Number 32, Carmel Ashland, a sophomore. And at number 33, Maddie Ward, a freshman. As we rise now for the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem.
Because we're experiencing technical difficulty, please join me in the... We're not singing it. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Well, technical difficulties, we'll get the pledge in. It's all the same.
And now let's welcome the starting lineup from the St. Mary's Crusaders. Number 10, Morgan Dole. Number 23.
Let's talk about the starting lineups for St. Mary's. Again, we mentioned some of the other contests that are going on today. Outside of basketball, we could start there. Like you said, Dick, today the state track meet is going on today. I know the 4A classification state baseball championship is going on today. Hidden Valley is taking on LeGrand. I believe they're at North Marion High School. That'll be a great game that I'm sure you could find on the NFHS network. But today we are focused on basketball, the start of the 4th season for the Oregon Schools Activities Association. They have decided to do another sort of culminating week to where there will be no actual state championship. But there will be a contest you can kind of schedule when the season is over. A lot of teams have, especially in the 4A, have sort of bracketed themselves and scheduled the games, played through their own bracket, even though it's not sanctioned by the OSAA, and likely to see that again for basketball.
You know, I'm really looking forward to things getting back to normal. I mean, sitting here in Pelcourt, you know, one of the most glaring differences between this season and last season is hardly anybody in the stands. You know, sitting across from us, we may have a total of 20 people in the gym. And, you know, this place is an amazing place when it's jammed with spectators. It's really loud. And that's going to be, you know, something that's going to be tough to get used to.
I agree. I mean, like you said, when this place is full, like it was for our last game last year, the boys' playoff game against Cascade, man, this place was moving, it felt like. I mean, people were on top of each other, and you miss the days when we can maybe fill up a stadium again, but right now, here we are. We've got some parents, like you said, maybe, you know, aside from the St. Mary's boys sitting behind us right now, you got maybe a handful of people on the other side that you can see on the screen right now. And just like we talked about, some inbound, and that's how we get things started today. St. Mary's is going to start with the basketball. They're going to inbound it into number 10, Morgan Doyle, as St. Mary's is going to go from left to right. Now at the top, it is Erickson. Erickson passing it on the inside to Ward. She spins around, misses the bucket. Rebound to Klamath Union. That one is grabbed by Pena. Handed it off to Probst. She's near on the left side. Giving it back up top to Pena. Pena now on the far side. Bounce pass over to Wells. Wells kicks it back out to Pena. Pena now back to Probst between the circles, about midcourt. She's being guarded closely by Dole. She kicks it on over to Pena. Pena clanks it off the rim. Rebound still up for grabs. Probst grabs it. Gets it over to Pena. Pena throws up a little floater. That one's no good. Rebounded by St. Mary's. Now Dole grabs it. She's still being guarded pretty closely by Probst. 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. Trapped at midcourt, and foul is going to be called against Klamath Union. Charge that foul to Garcia for Klamath Union, her first of the game. Still scoreless. 7:06 left to go in the ball in the first quarter. Inbound pass from Ashland goes to Dole for St. Mary. She's picked up by Probst about half court. Bounce pass back over to Ward. Ward being guarded at the perimeter. Trying to get around Garcia. She does so, kicks it back over to Erickson. Now back onto the inside, over to Ward. Ward gets wrapped up.
And traveled. First turnover.
Probst's going to inbound it to Pena. Pena takes it across the timeline. Passes midcourt. She's picked up quickly by Erickson. Dole takes the pass away for St. Mary's. There's still a scramble for her. Probst gets it back, drives the lane, bounce pass to Mahan, lays it off the glass, bounces out, no good. Rebound goes to Wells. She throws it up, misses it, and Probst grabs the rebound. She's fouled, going back up with it. So, no, pardon me. I think that was an offensive foul on Probst. So, as a matter of fact, St. Mary's will grab it. Ashland to inbound it. She gets it in over to Ward. Ward kicks it back over to Ashland on the near side. She's driving to the paint. Bounce pass outside to Erickson. Erickson in the corner. Passes it inside to Dole. Dole goes to work on the inside against Probst. Throws up a layup. It's no good. The rebound was by Wells. She last touched it as the ball goes out of bounds. St. Mary's to take possession. Still scoreless. 6:14 left to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass goes to Ashland. Gives it over to Ward. She's fouled on the shot. Pardon me, that wasn't Ward. That was Rothfuss. And she will get free throws for our first free throws of the game. This game brought to you in part by Les Schwab Tires. They know that having the right set of wheels and tires in your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You could come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires in Klamath Falls and in Merrill, doing the right thing since 1952. Both free throws are good for St. Mary's, 2-0. Credit both of those points over to Rothfuss as Klamath Union now takes it onto the other side. That pass over to Probst is taken by Dole. She's got the rim all to herself. She lays it up and in. 2 more points for St. Mary's. And they lead 4-0 with 5:55 left to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union's Probst takes it across. That pass intended for Garcia was tipped by Ashland. And as they go into the backcourt, a timeout is called by Coach Ramirez. We're going to take one as well. The score 4-0 with 5:47 left to go in the first quarter. You've got the Les Schwab Tires of the Week on mybasin.com.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. We're back at the first quarter. 5:47 left in the first. 4-0. St. Mary's leads early. And Dick, so far St. Mary's playing really good defense. They're suffocating KU just a little bit.
KU looks a little bit rusty. They're kind of tentative coming down. They've had some open looks at the basket, but they kind of botched it up a little bit. Kids look like they're a little bit confused when they're running their plays, but I think they'll figure that out. The coach will roust them up a little bit.
And you could shake off rust easily when you get into a game situation, as looked like Garcia was fouled going to the rim, but it was not a shooting foul, just on the floor. So I believe Klamath Union will stay with the ball. Probst is going to end up inbounding it. Wells tries to get open under the rim. In fact, it's kicked out to Mahan. Mahan in the inner corner. She's by the elbow. She kicks it inside to Wells. Wells spins around, throws it up off the rim. It's no good. Rebounded instead by Rothfuss. And now Dole with it. She's put pressure on by Probst. St. Mary's still yet to cross half court. Now they finally do. Diving to the basket was Rothfuss. She throws it up. It's no good. Struggle for the basketball under the rim. It's taken away by St. Mary's. Another turnover this time. Klamath Union comes away with it, and Garcia was fouled as she crosses midcourt. And inbounding it for KU was Pena. She gets it to Probst. Probst now just about midcourt. Not too much pressure. Kicks it over to Mahan on the near side. Past the three-point line. Over to Garcia. She's past the perimeter. About 20 feet out. She tries to pass it, but it's taken away by Ashland. Ashland over to Dole. Dole throws it up off the glass. Clangs around. No good. Rebounded by St. Mary's. It's kicked back out to Rothfuss. She shoots. It was blocked. And finally, St. Mary's able to cool things down. Back to Dole, top of the key. Rothfuss now on the far side. She tries to dive to the bucket. Gets around 2 defenders. She shoots and is fouled by Wells. She'll get 2 free throws here. And nice way for Rothfuss to work around a couple of screens there and get to the bucket. She's fouled, and she'll get 2. 4-0 the score. 4.5 to go in the first. First free throw is good. St. Mary's now leads 5-0. Klamath Union scoreless throughout the first 3.5 minutes of the game and have gotten a couple good looks at the basket, but it seems like they're settling for fadeaways, try to get some better looks, and I'm sure that's what Coach Ramirez tried to probably tell them in the timeout. Just a matter of trying to get those good looks. It's now 6-0 after both of those free throws are good. Klamath Union now a chance to put themselves on the board. Probst brings it up. She's going to toss it on over to Pena, who crosses half court with it. Almost got an over and back, but saved it in time.
Banked it off the ref.
Absolutely. A turnover again for KU. That one was taken by Mejia. Pass it now over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss about the free throw line, backs up behind the perimeter. She spins around, gets it to the rim, and throws it up off the glass. A nice little crossover to get to the rim. That's 2 more points. 8-0. St. Mary's leads now with 4 minutes to go in the first. Probst takes it up. Trying to go to work against Rothfuss. She puts one on the floor. Probst shoots a 3, and that one's good. The first 3 points of the game for Klamath Union come off a Probst triple. St. Mary's, though, working quickly the other way. In the double is Dole. She's now in practically a triple team on the far side, and a jump ball. Possession is going to go the other way to Klamath Union.
You know, that was a good-looking shot that Probst put up.
That was.
She set up and just banged it down. She needs to do more of that.
Take Klamath Union a long way. The three-pointer is not undervalued. Probst takes it up. Trying to set the offense. She kicks it onto the near left side to Mendez. Mendez bounce pass in to, I believe that was Hall. Hall now back to Mendez. Mendez takes a screen. She's at the top of the key. She passes it over to Langley. Langley having a little bit of trouble handling the basketball. She has it stolen away from her. Now diving to the basket is Rothfuss. She lays it up off the glass and in. 10-3. St. Mary's leads. 3:13 left to go in the first.
You know, Rothfuss has 8 of their 10 points.
Probst threw it forward to Mendez. Mendez tried to knock down a 3, ended up missing it. The rebound to Mejia. St. Mary's. She throws it ahead to Odwin. Tries to get it inside to Ward. She throws it up off the glass. No good. Rebound to Klamath Union. Probst taking it up and tries to pass it over to Langley. It's stolen away by Dole for St. Mary's. She tries to throw it up the glass on the other side. She's wrapped up, and we will have another jump ball, I believe. And another timeout called by Klamath Union. Definitely needed. They're not even really being able to run an offense right now. St. Mary's defense doing a great job. The score 10-3, 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. You've got the Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, it'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. 10-3 the score with 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. And St. Mary's so far, Dick, have just played really good defense, total on-ball pressure all the time. They've just been pests to Klamath Union so far.
Yeah, they have. So far, KU has 6 turnovers. It was early in the game. So, you know, obviously St. Mary's is doing some pretty aggressive work on the offense, our defensive side of the board. They're actually doing pretty well on the offensive side, too. They've got 10 points. So hopefully, you know, this last time out, KU can make some changes and make some adjustments and start playing some decent ball.
Absolutely. Inbound pass for St. Mary's. With it now is Rothfuss. She tries to get around Mahan, kicks it back out to Mejia. Mejia, about a 17-footer. She's fouled on the shot. She'll get to at the line. Foul goes to Mendez for KU. She's a junior. Returning this year, played varsity last year as a sophomore, had a couple big games for Klamath Union down the stretch. And again, KU only winning one league game last year, but played a lot of teams fairly close and hoping to turn some of those close losses into close wins this year. Mejia missed the first free throw. And rims out the second one. Rebound still up for grabs. I believe that was safe from going out of bounds from Rothfuss. Rolls out of bounds anyway, and St. Mary's gets the ball back after a sort of scramble for it under the basket.
That's their aggressive defense.
Absolutely. Ashlyn inbounds it to Dole. She loses it. Probst steals it away. One-on-one fast break. Probst off the glass. It's good. 2 more points for KU. That's 5 for Probst tonight and 5 for the team. 10-5 the score. 2:17 left to go in the first. Dole feeling a lot of pressure from Mendez about half court. Now picked up by Probst. Kicks it out. 3-pointer taken by Ashlyn. Knocks it down. 13-5. 2:07 left to go in the first. St. Mary's leads. Probst takes it up between the circles now. She's picked up by Dole. Takes a screen. That was set by Wells. Probst bounce pass over to Langley. She shoots for 3. It's no good. And the ball's now going the other way. Taking it up is Dole. Dole kicks it on over to Rothfuss. It was trying to be stolen away. Now inside to Mejia. It's blocked by Mahan. She kicks it out. Rothfuss picks it back up, and the ball's going the other way. Klamath Union taking it now with $1:37 to go in the first. They trail 13-5. Probst is going to take it up. Stops right at the base of the K like she has so many times so far. That pass over to Langley. Langley gets over to Wells. Now back inside to Langley. She tips it, unable to get it. Probst finds a way. She takes a free throw line jumper. She's hit hard. No foul. Rebounded by Mejia. Now over to Rothfuss to Dole as she takes it across midcourt. Dole finds room for about a 14-foot jumper. Nothing but net. She swishes it. Now it's 15-5. Another 10-point lead for St. Mary's. That matches their largest of the game so far. Klamath Union trailing with about 60 seconds to go in this quarter. Pass goes over to Langley, now to Mendez. Back on the far side to Probst. Probst beyond the perimeter, now over to Mahan. Mahan on the near side, kicks it into Wells on the left elbow. Wells dribbles over to the right elbow. She tries to pass it inside to Langley, but it's stolen away by St. Mary's. Dole with it now on the far side. Dribbles, goes out of bounds, but St. Mary's will hold on to possession. 39 seconds to go in the first. 15-5 the score. Substitution for St. Mary's as Erickson checks back into the game, and that will take out Mejia. Ashlyn inbound pass to Dole. She had her foot on half court. Probably should have been over and back, but we'll let it slide. It's the first game of the season. Pass on to the far side to Erickson. She gets it inside to Dole on the right side and throws up a shot. She is fouled on the floor. I believe that was an offensive foul. And Klamath Union will take it now with 26 seconds to go. They could take the final shot if they really want to here in the first quarter. They trail by 10. Wells is the one to take it up now. Wells gets around one defender. She settles for a free throw line jumper. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound St. Mary's, and Erickson is the one to grab it. She's tied up. A jump ball, and Klamath Union gets possession back. Inbound pass, waiting. It's to Mahan. Mahan dribbles back out to the elbow, kicks it out to Probst. She's beyond the line. Over now to Wells. Wells takes the dribble, steps to her left, shoots a 3. It bounces off the glass, no good. With 6 seconds left, St. Mary's gets the ball, but it's stolen away by Mendez. Inside to Wells, she throws up a shot off the rim, no good, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. 15-5, St. Mary's leads as we head to the second. You've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Here It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it. Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. 15-5 the score after one, and St. Mary's with the lead, definitely being led by the junior Rothfuss. She's got quite a bit of St. Mary's points.
Yeah, she has 8 of their 15, so she's perfect from the line. She's 4 for 4. She has a good-looking shot. She doesn't get rattled. You know, KU is actually playing some decent defense. They're playing man, and they've forced St. Mary's to put up some hasty shots. So, you know, the score is not really indicative of the way these kids are playing. One of the recurring issues that KU has had, not just this year but last year, is turnovers. So far, there are 7 turnovers in the game, and you can't expect to win a game if you don't take control of the ball and keep care of it. So, you know, I'm assuming they're going to make an adjustment and, you know, not force passes underneath. They've had some good looks at the backs at the bucket. They've been in the paint and had some decent shots, but they've come up short, unfortunately. But, you know, we look to see that change.
To take a look at it this way, for Klamath Union, they had 6 turnovers in about the first 5 minutes of the quarter and only 1 in the last 3. So maybe cleaning that up after that second timeout that they took. As St. Mary's is going to start out with possession of the basketball, dribbling to the rim. Rothfuss, she throws up a shot, rebound still up for grabs. Skirmish for it. Klamath Union is going to take it and cross midcourt. A bit of a fast break thrown up for Klamath Union. Taking the shot that time was Pena. A rebound to Klamath Union. And I believe that was Mahan who was fouled on the follow-up shot, so she'll get a couple chances at the line here. It's Mahan's first chance for points this afternoon. She's taken 2. Pelicans fans, this game also brought to you in part by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. They know that picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Mahan misses the first, now for the second. And it's good. 15-6 now. St. Mary's still leads with 7.5 left to go in the second. Rothfuss takes it herself. Bounce pass over to Erickson. Now back on the near side to Ashland. Ashland gets wrapped up by Mahan on her way to the basket. And another turnover for St. Mary's. It'll be KU ball with 7:27 left to go in the second. Still 15-6. St. Mary's leads. Taking this one up now is Pena. Pena takes a screen set by Mendez. She's on the far side behind the line. Bounce pass inside to Wells. Now back out to Pena. Pena kicks it to Probst about midcourt. Dribbles it back about 25 feet. Now over to Mendez. She's at midcourt. Kicks it over to Probst. Probst on the inside to Wells. Wells fadeaway jump shot's good. Hit that one on the right side. She spinned to her left. It was a great shot. Mendez now a couple of points as her team trails 15-8 with 6:55 to go in the second. Great pass thrown in by Rothfuss into Ward for St. Mary. She's fouled on the shot on the other side, and she will shoot 2. That was a good first offensive possession of the game for Klamath Union, though, on the other side, able to convert a couple points and looked good doing it.
Yeah, they did. They worked hard, took care of the ball, and banged down a bucket.
At the line for St. Mary's is Maddie Ward. Ward sinks the first one. 16-8 now. Checking in for Klamath Union is Dakota Neese. They change of position down there as 5 on the floor right now for KU. It's Probst, Mendez, Neese, Mahan, and get this right, I believe that was Pena. Probst kicking it over to Mahan. She's on the near side beyond the line. Now over to Pena, the freshman with it. Pena feeling the pressure of the defense, takes a screen. She passes it inside to Neese. A good pass inside, but it's wrapped up, taken away by Rothfuss again. The pass, almost a full court pass, taken away by Mendez for KU. Bounce pass to Probst outside beyond the perimeter. Klamath Union trying to take a second to reset. Probst dives the basket, kicks it outside to Mendez. Mendez from the left side, a three, misses, and the ball goes out of bounds. Klamath Union with yet another turnover, stealing that one away for St. Mary's. And looks like Pena's going to take it for the point. She passes it inside to Nice. It was a decent lead pass, just a little bit overthrown, but Nice gets to it, kicks it out to Mendez. She throws up a three-pointer, rims out, no good. Mahan grabs the rebound, goes back up with it, and is fouled. She'll get two more chances at the line, 1 for 2 already this afternoon. Score 17-8, 5:58 left to go in the second quarter. Mahan from the free throw line knocks down the first. Klamath Union now trimming the lead to 8. And St. Mary's has already lost a pair of games so far this season where they scored 34 and 28 points respectively, and they are showing good offensive, I guess the word I'm looking for is persistence so far in this game as Mahan sinks both free throws. Her team trails 17-10 with 5:58 to go in the second. Klamath Union now playing full court defense just as St. Mary's has all game. And Rothfuss takes it to the bucket. Bounce pass out, now kicked over to, I believe that was Ashland. Tries to get it back over to Ward. The ball goes out of bounds. Klamath Union will take it. It'll be KU ball with 5:54 in the second. 17-10 St. Mary's leads. Into the game now for KU is going to be Garcia. Garcia takes a screen set by Pena. She takes two. That next one was set by Mendez. Now back over to Mendez. Still beyond the three-point line. Inside to Nice. Nice over to Mahan. Mahan loses the pass. She's able to get it beyond the line. Now back to Pena. Pena on the near side. She fakes right, goes left, throws it up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound St. Mary's. Taken over by St. Mary's. A cross-court bounce pass to Bodwin. But another turnover for St. Mary's with 5:12 to go in the second. The Crusaders lead the Pelicans 17-10. Jada Wells checking back in for KU. Out goes Dakota Nees, the freshman. And a timeout is called by Coach Mullings of the St. Mary's Crusaders. We'll take a timeout as well. You've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on MyBase.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. 17-10 the score. St. Mary's leads with 5:12 to go in the half. As we get back into it, Klamath Union will start with the basketball. On the floor, it's Pena, Garcia, Mendez, Mahan, and Hall. Pena with it. Between the circles, she's trying desperately to get around Ashland. Takes a screen, gets around Ashland. Pass inside to Hall. Hall off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for by Mahan, but taken away by St. Mary's Ward. And the Crusaders have it. Kick over into the corner for the Crusaders. Handling it now is Ashland. Ashland back over to Bowdwin. Back over to Erickson, and now with it is Dole. Dole trying to get around Garcia. Kicks it back outside to Ward. Pass inside goes wild. Last touched by Klamath Union, so St. Mary's will stay with it. 4.5 to go in the second. 17-10. The Crusaders lead. Inbounding the ball is going to be Ashland. She gets it over to Dole. Dole quickly throws up a 14-footer, knocks it down. 2 more points. That's 19-10. St. Mary's now leads. 4.5 to go in the second. Taking it up is Garcia for Klamath Union. Garcia has that ball stripped away by Dole. Dole then steps out of bounds, but I believe that's going to be a foul against Garcia. And the Crusaders are going to still hold on to that one. Checking back into the game for the Pels is Probst. Stepping out is Pena. Dole going to take it up for St. Mary's. With it now is Ward. Ward bounce passing it into Dole. Dole on the left side will travel with it as she takes the bounce pass. And that will be a turnover for the Crusaders. KU with it now. 4:04 left to go in the second. 19-10. St. Mary's leads. Mendez now with it on the far side. She takes a screen, tries to pass it into Hall, but instead finds Garcia for a three. Garcia hits it off the front of the rim. It's no good. That ball will go out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Cassidy Mahan. So St. Mary's will take possession. Good look, though, for Garcia. And that's the thing. Klamath Union, they're getting better looks in this quarter for sure.
Yeah, they are. They're working away from the ball. There's a lot of movement. In the first quarter, they just kind of stood around. Now they seem to be actually actively looking for an opportunity to shoot, so that's a good thing. They've cut down on their turnovers, and they've created a lot also. So St. Mary's in the first quarter, I think, only had 4 turnovers, and they're now at 10, and KU's got 9, so that's a good sign too.
Absolutely. Dole kicking it over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss going to work against Mendez. Mendez strips it away. It's picked up by Garcia for Klamath Union. 4-on-4 fast break. The pass intended for Hall goes inside. Last touched by Hall. Is that one? That was last touched by Ashland for St. Mary. So Klamath Union will hold on to the basketball. And something to look out for this possession. Klamath Union, they know they were getting the ball stripped away. They've set a lot of good screens this quarter as Mahan takes about a 15-footer from the left side. Does not quite knock it down. The rebound goes all the way across the court. Picked up by St. Mary's now on their side. Dole beyond the arc. She goes to work against Probst. Lays it up off the glass. It's no good and will go out of bounds. Last touch by St. Mary's. Okay, you'll take it. Garcia with it. Pass over to Probst. Probst back over to Garcia on the far side beyond the line. Back inside to Hall. Kicks it out to Mahan at the free throw line. She takes a jump shot from the right elbow. Rims in and back in. Looked like it was going to bounce out, but a lucky bounce for Mahan. 2 more points for her. 19-12. 2:53 to go in the second. The pass from Dole for St. Mary's goes out of bounds, and another turnover for the Crusaders. Klamath Union taking it now, and a substitution for St. Mary's. Checking into the game now is Hannah Erickson. Garcia takes it now at the point. Mahan gets it around. She takes about a 12-foot jumper. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound for St. Mary's, and as a matter of fact, Ashland is wrapped up, and I believe Probst is going to be charged with the foul on that one. A little bit shaken up. And it is Probst charged with the foul. That will put St. Mary's in the bonus. As they've got 5 team fouls. Klamath Union at 7. Shooting free throws is Ashland. That first free throw is no good. It was a 1-and-1, so now bounce pass back to Dole, top of the key. Getting it over now to Rothfuss. Rothfuss going to work against Mendez. Back to the basket at the right elbow. Kicks it over to Dole. Couple passes, finds their way over to Ward in the corner. Now back to Rothfuss. Rothfuss goes to work on the left side, and she will shoot 1-and-1 off the foul. Foul charged to Mendez. 2:21 to go. Klamath Union has trimmed it back down to a 7-point lead for St. Mary's. The Crusaders' biggest lead of the night so far was 10. Substitution for KU. Coming in for the Lady Pels is Emma Langley. She checks in for Mendez. Also coming in is Dakota Neese, the freshman. First free throw is good, so she'll get a second one. Now 20-12. St. Mary's extends it back out to an 8-point lead. Second free throw is good. 21-12, 9-point lead for St. Mary's with 2:21 to go in the second quarter. Playing a bit of full court defense again are the Crusaders. Garcia is pressured heavily at midcourt, gets it over to Probst on the near side beyond the line. Gets around Ward, spins around to the basket, throws it off the glass, getting around her defenders, and credit 2 points to Mackenzie Probst on a great offensive possession for KU. Now 21-14, lead back down to 7 for St. Mary's. Under 2 minutes to go now in the quarter. That one kicked out to Ward. Ward in the far corner. Gets around one defender. Kicks it back out to Rothfuss. A mid-range jumper is good. 23-14 now. St. Mary's leads, 1:40 to go in the second. Probst takes it up by herself, finds an open three-point jump shot and nails it. 23-17. Lead now only down to 6. St. Mary's leads, 1:27 to go in the second. And Probst picks up Dole before half court. Dole kicks it over to Ashlyn. The ball goes out of bounds and another turnover for St. Mary's. Klamath Union playing some inspired defense and really inspired basketball on both sides here in the second quarter. Inbound pass goes to Probst. Probst brings it up, takes a screen. She's on the far side beyond the line. Takes it up to the right elbow. She's hit pretty hard going up with it. The shot no good. Pass ahead to St. Mary's Ashlyn. She throws it up the glass, no good. Rebound KU. Cassidy Mahan in a 2-on-1 fast break. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound still up for grabs. It's going to be taken by St. Mary's Ward. She kicks it over to Dole. Stolen away by Mahan. And a jump ball possession, St. Mary's. Both teams running back and forth on the fast break. Neither of them could convert. 23-17, under a minute to go now in the first half. Pass goes over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss gets around one defender, goes around Mahan, and takes the charge. Mahan standing still and taking that one. A great defensive play there. You go one-on-one with St. Mary's best player, you take the charge. That's a great heads-up play.
It was. She didn't move an inch.
Probst takes it now for KU. Inside to Neese. Neese in the double team, kicks it out to Mahan. Mahan's fouled on the jump shot. She nails it. About 12 feet out, she got hacked, knocks down the bucket and one. 23-19 with 34 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Nick, you wanted Mahan to be more aggressive. How about the defensive charge, hitting the jump shot, being fouled? That's great basketball.
She's been scrambling on defense. She's been very aggressive. She's playing really well. Now she's bleeding.
Well, she got hacked pretty hard. Wouldn't be surprised if she got scratched or something in there, man.
She has all her fingers.
Yeah, she got hit pretty hard. Hey, Pelicans fans, if you'd like to exercise in a professional, clean, and friendly environment, head on down to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. With state-of-the-art equipment, 4 indoor tennis courts, 3 pickleball courts, and certified personal trainers with tons of group exercise classes, Harbor is the place to be in. As Mahan sort of tries to fix her scratch, might be bleeding a little bit, we'll take a timeout. So you've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. On iBasin.com, the score 23-19, St. Mary's leads.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it. Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. And Dick, you were telling me you sort of saw what happened with Mahan. I didn't quite see it. What went on there?
Well, Cassidy was scrambling for a loose ball on the floor, and I think she kind of looks like it tore her fingernail on the middle finger on her left hand, and so they're putting a Band-Aid on it, so she should be fine. Well, it's not a major injury, but, you know, with health issues, you got to be really careful what we're doing. So
absolutely.
See if she can knock down these free throws or this free throw.
Absolutely, and we come back as Mahan. She hit about a 12-foot jump shot, was hacked pretty hard. She sunk the basket and now gets another chance at the line. 23-19 the score with 34 seconds to go. St. Mary's still in the lead, but Klamath Union having a great second quarter. The free throw from Mahan rims around, bounces, and falls. Now only a 3-point lead for St. Mary's. At one point they led by 10 earlier this quarter. Rothfuss with it now. She's picked up. Pass tries to go inside, stolen away by Nice. Klamath Union with it now on a 2-on-2 fast break. It's stolen away by Ashland for St. Mary's. The pass up court taken away by Nice, and 3 turnovers back to back to back between both of these teams. Klamath Union now with it. Garcia dives the basket on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds, and KU will take it. Emma Langley, she's going to be inbounding this one. Langley over to Mahan. Mahan kicks it over to Probst. Probst takes it between the circles, kicks it inside to Nice. Nice gets around her defender, throws up a clean layup. It falls 23-22, and that is how we end the second quarter. Dick, Klamath Union making a great comeback in that second quarter. We'll talk about it in the halftime show, go over our stats, and take a look at the boys' game if we got a chance as well. All that is coming up on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. It is opening day. We've got some matinee basketball between the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans, the St. Mary's Lady Crusaders. The score after 16 minutes, 23-22. But Dick, after that first quarter, St. Mary's was in control, but Klamath Union really bounced back in that second.
Well, I think the big difference, obviously, KU was not scoring very well, and they weren't taking very good care of the basketball in the first quarter. They had, I think, 10, well, actually, I think they had 8 turnovers in the first quarter. They now have a total of 10. And they played some really aggressive defense and made St. Mary's turn the ball over. And so the turnovers flip-flop. Right now, St. Mary's has 15 to KU's 10. KU was able to score quite a bit. They had 5 points after the first quarter. They now have 22, or 20, I'm sorry. Oh, 22, I was right. So they scored 17 points in the second quarter. Part of it was Cassidy Mahan. She's playing really aggressively on defense. She's also hammering the backboard and has gotten some good looks. She's 4 for 5 from the line. Had a couple of pretty nice-looking jump shots that she knocked down. For KU, as far as scoring goes, Probst has 10, Mahan has 8, and Pina has 2. So that's pretty much how the scoring goes. For St. Mary's, can't remember how to pronounce her name. Rothfuss has a pretty hot hand. She's 6 for 6 from the line with 6 more points on top of that for a total of 12. Dole has 6, Ashland has 3, and Maddie Ward has 2. So, KU's made it a good game. When I was pretty apprehensive, I guess, after the first quarter. KU looked really, really stale, really rusty. They weren't doing anything offensively. They were turning the ball over. and their coach must have a nice little chat with them. They turn things around. They're moving the ball well. They're not forcing the ball underneath, and it's a tight game right now.
I think the energy Klamath Union found came from when they started pressing on defense. I mean, they were letting Rothfuss specifically. I think she scored the first 6 points of the game for St. Mary's, and she was getting to the basket real easy. Once they stopped her from getting to the basket and they were jumping in those passing lanes, I think the energy on defense provided their offense for KU.
You know, you mentioned the energy. You know, it's tough to maintain a level of energy when you're in a gym that's completely empty. And so, you know, KU, I think in the past has relied a lot on the enthusiasm of the crowd, and that's lacking. There is no crowd, so there is no enthusiasm other than us. But, you know, the coach is able to get them motivated. The kids want to win, obviously, and so they're going to work hard. And I think I don't want to predict it's going to be a blowout, but I think KU, I do want to predict it's going to be a blowout. If KU continues the intensity they showed in the second quarter, and St. Mary's continues with their decline and turn the ball over every time they come up the court, KU is going to come out of this with a nice win.
Absolutely. Well, we'll look forward to that second half. 23-22 the score after the first half. We're going to step aside, come back, take a quick look at the boys' game, and we'll have second half action, of course, for the Lady Pelicans coming up next on the Les Schwab Tires game on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Halftime of the girls' contest, 23-22. St. Mary's leads by 1 point. It's going to be a great second half, but then after that, we've got the boys matching up. St. Mary's Crusaders, the Klamath Union Pelicans, KU making it to the state tournament last year, tournament which they didn't get to play, but they're coming back and watching them warm up. It's nice to see them back out here.
It is. I'm looking forward to this. It looks like they're going to run. I'm looking forward to Cook. I want to see how he does. He looks like he's matured a little bit. He's got a nice-looking floating jump shot. It's pretty to watch. So, and you said there's a kid that's transferred up here?
Yeah, so from what I understand, and I'm fairly certain to have this right, Keith Youngena, he is transferred. I believe he was from Texas and just ended up moving over here. He's a new addition to the team. It looks like, from who he's standing up to, I think he's about 6'5". What Coach tells me, he can jump out of the gym. He's good close to the rim and, does a lot of the same things I think that we see Jacob Cook and Garrett Short do, but just, maybe can jump a little bit higher, a little bit more agile. So excited to see what kind of stuff he brings to this team.
Speaking of Short, he looks like he's put on an inch or two.
Garrett Short is about 6'5" now as opposed to 6'3" last year. I think he's just as tall as Cookie is, and he's gotten a bit athletic too.
So we'll see how they go, how the matchup comes today. I'm looking forward to this.
Very excited for that game. Well, that is after the second half of action between the Lady Crusaders and the Klamath Union Pelicans, 23-22. The score after one half. Klamath Union came back in the second quarter with a vengeance, hoping that they can keep that momentum heading into the third. And we will bring you that third quarter of action next on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Getting ready for the third quarter of action. Klamath Union is going to start with the basketball here, 23-22. The Pelicans trail as we get things started in the third. On the floor for the Lady Pelicans, it's going to be Mahan, Wells, Probst. You're also going to have Langley out there along with Nice. Shot for St. Mary's on the other side. It is rebounded by Pena. Pena taking it up. Over to Probst. Probst has a shot a couple feet beyond the three-point line. That one is going to fall, and Klamath Union takes their first lead of the night, 25-23, 7:20 to go in the third quarter. The pass goes over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss takes a deep three. That one rims out, no good. Rebound picked up by Garcia for KU. Handed over to Probst. Probst 2-on-1 by herself, off the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound and takes it back out to the far side. It's Klamath Union now working left to right. Probst about 25 feet beyond the basket. Takes a screen set by Pena. Kicks on over to Mahan. Mahan beyond the key, inside to Pena. Pena spins to her right, tries to throw it off the glass, no good. And she will travel, getting her rebound. I didn't quite see a travel there. She was in the air when she had the basketball.
Yeah, that's kind of a question.
That was interesting. Well, turnover for KU.
Go.
Yeah.
We won't talk too much about that.
You know what? It's the referee's first games too. It happens. 6:44 left to go in the third, and St. Mary's with it. Bounce pass over to Erickson. Erickson in the near corner beyond the three-point arc. Kicking it over to Ward. Ward is picked up by Garcia, and the ball is poked away. Now over to Dole. Dole picked up by Probst. Rothfuss, three-point shot beyond the arc. No good. Rebound grabbed by Probst for KU. She's going to take it now. Bringing it up. Probst spin move to get around Dole. Passes it inside to Wells. Wells had a great look at the basket but couldn't convert. Rebound goes to Dole. Dole in the 2-on-3 fast break. Broken up by Wells and a jump ball, it looks like. Possession is going to stay with St. Mary's. Pass goes inside to Rothfuss. She gets back around the three-point arc. She's picked up by Probst. Probst bounce pass into Dole. Dole takes about a 10-footer, and she is pushed on the jump shot and will go to the line for two. Dole has been active in just about every part of this game aside from scoring, it seems like, for St. Mary's. She's rebounding the ball well. She's passing really well, and this time getting a chance at the free throw line. Sinks the first one. That's 7 points for Dole so far. Dole, second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Mahan. Still actually a loose ball, and she's going to touch it as it goes out of bounds. Back to a one-point game, but this time Klamath Union in the lead, 25-24, 5:58 to go in the game. In the third quarter. Inbound pass for St. Mary's is going to go to Dole. In fact, it is off the leg of Garcia, so we're going to do it again as far as the inbound pass. 5:57 to go, 25-24. Klamath Union leads. Bounce pass goes to Rothfish. She's picked up by Probst. Rothfish drives to the basket. Probst wraps her up. A jump ball. This time possession going to Klamath Union. Probst has shown great effort on defense tonight.
She's playing really hard.
Pena, the freshman, is going to take it up. Picked up by Dole. Takes a screen. Now gets over onto the left side. She gets into the paint, takes a step to the basket, throws it off the rim. It's no good. Rebound goes to St. Mary's. And Dole is going to take it up, pass it over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss gets an open look at three. It bounces off the rim. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Pena. Pena now going to take it up. Kicks it over to Mahan. Mahan pass inside to Wells. Wells spins, kicks it outside to Pena. Pena passes the free throw line. She shoots and is fouled. About 14 feet away, diving to the basket, and she will get a chance at two here. As Wells, who played varsity last year, she's a senior. I believe she's played varsity for 2 years. Started as a sophomore, now in her senior year, trying to get the Pelicans on the up and up. As last year they struggled a little bit, 1-9 in league play, but a lot of close losses that they hope to turn into close wins this year. And as we are in the middle of a very close affair right now, where the Pelicans lead 25-24 with 5:20 to go in the third, KU's already turned it around in the second and third quarters of this game. Missing the first free throw was Wells. And a second one coming up. Second shot bounces off the rim. It's no good. Rebound to St. Mary's. And as a matter of fact, it's stolen away by Mahan. Probst with it now as she stole it as a loose ball. Probst throws it across court to Mendez. Mendez now back to Pena, top of the key. Pena moving a little bit to her left. She feels the pressure from Dole. Hands it off to Probst. Probst takes a screen from Mendez. Crosses over to her right side. Is wrapped up by Dole. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, against St. Mary's.
Not sure who that was on. I think it was on Dole.
Inbound pass to Mahan. Mahan throws it across court to Wells. Wells puts it on the deck, shoots a mid-range jump shot. No good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Erickson, a jump ball, but the possession arrow gives it to St. Mary's. Substitution in for the Crusaders. Stepping in is Bodwin. Bodwin and Mejia both checking into the ball game. .449 left to go in a 25-24 ball game. KU with the lead. The pass goes inside to Mejia. Mejia puts it on the deck, goes to work against Wells, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Probst. Probst, 1-on-2 fast break. She tries to move around Rothfuss and travels, trying to get around the defender, Rothfuss. Took that step a second too late. Would have been a great play, but goes for naught. KU still leads by one. Rothfuss with the ball as she crosses midcourt. Steps back to the line. She kicks it inside to Mejia. Mejia gets around Wells, has a free look at the basket, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Probst. Probst now 1-on-2 again. She's going to stop about 16 feet out, throw up a jump shot, no good. Rebounded that time by Ward for St. Mary's. And foul is going to be charged to Langley, yeah. Dole checking back in for St. Mary's, now taking a seat on the bench. Believe that was Ashland. Pass goes back over to Dole. Dole kicks it inside to Mejia. Mejia against Wells. She throws it up. In fact, works as kind of a inbound pass to Ward, who gets fouled on the shot. And I'm not sure that's what Mejia had in plan, but it worked out. Now at the line is Maddie Ward. She is a freshman. First free throw from Ward, bounces out, no good. Chance to tie the ball game with 4 minutes left to go in the third. Second free throw is good. We've got a tie ball game. The first tie, I believe, tonight between these two teams. Under 4 to go now, 25 all. Probst tries to dribble inside and kick it out, but it's stolen away from Dole. Dole Picked up by Wells, but throws it over Wells, and 2 points. St. Mary's takes the lead back, 27-25. KU working with it quickly now on the other side. Probst dribbles around 2 defenders, throws it up off the glass, and taking the charge is going to be Mejia. Ooh, that was a close one. Probably could have gone either way, but St. Mary's with the luck of the draw on that call. Probst called for the charge. 27-25, St. Mary's leads, 3:42 to go in the third. And Rothfuss is going to take it up. Rothfuss picked up at half court by Probst. Probst being a pest to Rothfuss tonight. Over to Dole. The pass intended inside for Ward was slapped away by Mahan, but the ball still goes out of bounds, so it'll be St. Mary's ball. Still good effort, though, by Cassidy on that one. Checking into the game now is Pena. The pass goes to the top by Dole. Dole touched it last, and no over and back call. She's behind half court, though, feeling a lot of the pressure. Tries to get it over. She gets it there to Bodwin. Bodwin, cross-court pass to Ward. Ward goes to the basket, throws it up off the glass and in. 29-25. St. Mary's leads, 3:15 to go in the third. That's brought up by Pena. Pena over to Mahan. Inside to Wells, and I believe a foul is going to be called against Mejia. Couple substitutions coming in for Klamath Union. Neese and Garcia checking in for Langley and Wells. Substitution also in for St. Mary's. We'll get those for you in just a second. I believe checking back into the game was Ashland. Inbound pass goes to Pena. Pena spins to her right side. She's wrapped up. Bounce pass outside to Mendez. Mendez over to Garcia on the near corner. Back out to Pena. Pena beyond the arc. Kicks it inside to Neese. Neese off the glass. No good. Rebound still up for grabs. She gets her own board. Bounce pass outside to Garcia. Garcia beyond the arc. Over to Mendez. She's going to reset beyond the circles for KU. Over to Garcia. Garcia inside to Mahan. Mahan back out to Garcia, who takes a shot just inside the three-point arc. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. St. Mary's takes possession. 29-25. 2:41 to go in the third quarter. And a timeout is going to be called. We'll take one as well. Again, 29-25. St. Mary's leads on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. MyBasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. 29-25, St. Mary's leads. 2:41 to go in the third. And St. Mary's starts with it.
Need a couple of stops here.
Absolutely. Spin move going to the basket is Ashland. Ashland picked up by about 3 Pelicans. Kicks it back outside to Ward. Ward now over to Dole. Dole takes a three. I think Mahan got a hand on it. So it was a blocked three-point shot. Ball goes out of bounds. KU is going to take it. And there's your stop right there on another defensive play by Mahan.
Now we just need to score on the other end.
Absolutely. If it was just that easy, Dick, it was game, you know.
It's easy for me to say.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it's not easy for them to do it. Come on, what's up?
Garcia taking it now over to Pena. Pena is going to be picked up by Dole. Takes a screen set by Neese. Pena gets a decent look from about 18 feet out. Knocks it down. Dick, it really is just that easy.
It is.
29-27, 2 minutes to go in the third.
They just need to tune into our broadcast and listen to the stuff I say.
Ball goes out of bounds, and there's another turnover for St. Mary's. And Klamath Union a chance now on this possession to tie the game, but the Crusader defense already, you could see right here, about to play a little bit of a full court press. The pass goes over to Mahan, who didn't have a defender on her on the far side. Mahan going to the bucket, kicks it outside to Mendez, who has an open jump shot for three, rims out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Pena. She jumps the basket, about a 10-foot floater, and we've got a tie game. 29 all, $1:42 to go in the third. St. Mary's now with it. That's Dole. Dole kicking it over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss picked up by Garcia, and that's stripped away by Pena. Pena in a 2-on-1 fast break throws it up off the glass. Klamath Union now with the lead, 31-29, $1:20 to go in the third. Inbound pass ends up in Ashland's hand, back over to Dole. Dole walking it up the court. Mendez is going to pick her up at half court. Garcia playing tough defense on Ashland. Ashland going to bounce pass it over to Ward, top of the key. Now to Erickson on the left side, still elbow beyond the arc. Rothfuss now dribbling it, kicks it back over to Ashland. Ashland, a long three-point jump shot, bounces out, no good. And a foul is going to be called against St. Mary's number 33. That's Maddie Ward. So now Klamath Union a chance to extend their lead. Their biggest lead of the night is 2. They've matched that here, leading 31-29, under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Garcia with it. She kicks it over to Pena. Pena goes to work against Dole, now inside to Nice. Nice back outside to Garcia. Garcia, a three-point jump shot, rims out, no good. Garcia gets her own rebound, dives to the bucket, and it's good. 33-29, 29 seconds left to go in the third. Klamath Union still leads. Great follow-up by Garcia, following her own shot, converting the points. St. Mary's with it now on the other side. Pass goes inside to Dole. She's fouled on the shot by Mendez, and we'll get 2 there. Great effort shown by Garcia, though, on that three-point jump shot. She missed it, followed her shot perfectly, had a free lane to the bucket, and converted 2 points. Gives Klamath Union a 4-point lead. Morgan Dole. This is the first free throw. She's got 8 points tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah. 9, sorry.
9 points. One more shot coming up.
You ask me questions, or I'm not paying attention.
That's all right. I saw you were dazing off a little bit. I got to keep you in the game there, Dick.
Thanks.
Second free throw, no good. The rebound is fought for. A jump ball goes the way of Klamath Union. They lead 33-29, 17 seconds left to go. Likely going to get the last possession of this third quarter. Garcia taking it up. Tries to get around Ward, Ashland does so. Passes it over to Mahan, back inside to Langley. Langley throws up a shot, it's no good. And rebound goes to St. Mary's. 3 seconds left to go. The Crusaders are working quickly. Dole goes to the bucket, and no good. We'll go to the fourth quarter with a score of 33-29. You've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Someplace.
It's all right. Well, we enter the fourth quarter. 33-29. The score as we enter the fourth. Klamath Union is leading, and so far for Klamath Union, not something we expected, but I think this game so far for KU is being won on the defensive end, Dick.
It is. You know, they're playing really aggressively on defense. They're causing turnovers. There haven't been anywhere near as turnovers second half as there were the first half. But they're, right now, St. Mary's isn't getting any uncontested looks. First half, Rothfuss had 12 points, and she still got 12 points. So, I think they adjusted on defense. She's an excellent ball handler, an excellent shot, and she's the main reason that St. Mary's is still in this game. And KU made adjustments on defense, and they kind of shut her down. That's been, I think, the main key.
Absolutely, as we get ready for the fourth quarter of action, and a turnover for St. Mary's right as we get things started. The pass goes ahead to Pena, a great bounce pass to Will. She's fouled on the shot. What a slick pass coming out from the freshman. That was heads-up basketball. You don't see that one too often.
It was. That was an excellent look from Mendez.
Wells ended up being fouled on the shot, so that's all right. And first free throw is no good, still 33-29. And folks, for those of you watching on mybasin.com right now, in just a short bit, about 1:15 local time, we're going to be joined by a radio audience on 1150 AM, 92.9 FM, KAGO for the boys contest. If you're there for that, we will still be live on HD video for the boys contest as well. The Pelicans taking on the Crusaders in just a short bit, as converting on the second free throw, 34-29, 7:46 to go in the fourth. St. Mary's now with it. And Mejia bouncing it over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss picked up by Langley. Rothfuss trying to dribble around Langley, takes the screen, now picked up by Pena. Rothfuss trying to go to the bucket. Bounce pass goes over to Jensen. Jensen kicks it over to Dole, who airballs the three. Rebound Klamath Union. And the Pels taking it now onto the other side. Pena, top of the key between the circles. She's trying to run the offense. Takes a screen, takes a deep three. That bounces off the glass, no good. The rebound is fought for. And we have had, I don't know if you're keeping tally, Dick, how many jump balls on the rebounds tonight, because both of these teams are skirmishing for them.
I haven't been keeping track of jump balls, but it's well over 10.
Absolutely. And inbound going to be for KU. It's their ball. The pass goes to Mahan. She's on the near side beyond the three-point arc. Hands it off to Probst. Probst takes the screen set by Mahan, now moving to her right side. Steps back, mid-range jump shot for Probst, no good. Rebound St. Mary's. The pass ahead intended for Rothfuss, goes out of bounds, so another turnover for St. Mary's, and Klamath Union will take over with 6:55 to go. 34-29. In the fourth quarter, we've got a timeout. We're going to take this one, and we'll be right back with you on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. 34-29, Klamath Union, the Lady Pelicans leading it here. 6:55 left to go in the fourth, and really St. Mary's has had trouble in this second half with this KU defense.
Yeah, they're struggling. They didn't really score very much. I think they wound up with a total of 6 points that third quarter. KU, that's all KU, because KU is not getting them any decent looks at the basket. They're shutting them down when they drive through the key.
A lot of turnovers.
A lot of contested shots. So KU has really stepped up their defensive game.
The Lady Pelicans will start with the basketball as we get set to go in the fourth quarter. 6:55 to go. 34-29, the Pels lead. Mackenzie Probst running the point. Kicks it over to Wells. Wells just inside the arc beyond the key. Kicks it over to Pena. Pena now inside to Mahan. A great pass from Mahan into Wells and knocks down a steely one. 36-29. 6:30 left to go in the fourth. Klamath Union leads. St. Mary's with the inbound pass. It is turned over for Klamath Union. Mendez takes the bucket herself, bounces it off the glass, and it's good. 38-29 with 6:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's with it now. Rothfuss takes it to the bucket. It is blocked by Wells. And Mendez is going to take it up now. Kicks it ahead to Probst. Probst, no one guarding her. And finally picked up by Rothfuss. And as we welcome you into the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 92.9 FM, 1150 KAGO. I'm Josh Eldridge, joined of course by Dick North. We are still in about the fourth quarter of the girls basketball game. Lady Pelicans lead 38-29, and so far, Dick, in the first quarter of this game, just for those folks joining us on radio, first quarter was all St. Mary's, but Klamath Union has turned it around defensively, mainly in a big way.
Yeah, the first quarter, St. Mary's outscored KU by 10 points. It was 15-5 at the end of the first. KU scored 17 in the second quarter to St. Mary's 8, and now they lead 38-29, so 9-point lead.
Absolutely, and for those of you listening in, the boys' game is going to start after the conclusion of this contest. We hope you stick with us for the end of the girls' varsity contest, where the Pelicans lead 38-29 with 5.5 minutes to go. For St. Mary's, Rothfuss has been the leading scorer so far. She goes to the bucket, she's fouled, and she's been at 12 points since the end of the second quarter.
She has. KU has shut her down. She's not getting any uncontested looks.
Absolutely. Well, she's at the line here, trying to make this an 8-point ball game. She throws up a free throw that bounces out, still 38-29. And we will have one timeout in the middle of these two free throws. So, Dick, that gives us a chance to sort of talk about this boys' game that we've got coming up between St. Mary's and Klamath Union. And for the Pelicans, look, we saw them a lot last year. Their season got shut down in a sad way. I mean, we were halfway to the state championship game. They were already there at Forest Grove High School, and then, come to find out the tournament rather isn't happening. We've had the season delayed up until this point, but finally opening night, they're finally back, and they got to feel good.
It's going to be fun to watch them this year. It's kind of a shortened season, I think. But looking at them warm up, Short looks really good, like we talked about earlier. He's put on a couple inches. I think he said he's 6'5". Cook is 6'5" also. They have a transfer kid coming from San Antonio, I believe.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him play yet, but I watched him shoot a little bit. He looks like he's got a nice soft touch, and he said he can jump out of the gym. So, maybe that'll be a substitute for Darius Holmes. I mean, I really hope that KU has a spark that Darius provided last year. He was fun to watch, and I really hope that somebody steps up and takes his
I think
place.
you're going to want to keep your eyes on Pablo once we do get into that boys' game. Macias is going to be that spark plug this year. So, still got the girls' varsity contest going on as we are back with that one. The second free throw is good. So, we've got a score of 38-30, 5.5 to go. Klamath Union with the basketball right now. On the floor for them, it's Pena, Garcia, Mahan, Nice, and Mendez. Going to the bucket with that one was Pena. She throws it up off the glass. It's no good. St. Mary's with it now. Now in a 2-on-2 fast break. Bounce pass to Mejia. She knocks it down for the Crusaders. 38-32 with 5:16 left to go in the fourth quarter. Garcia with it now for KU. Over to Pena now, beyond the arc. Pena inside to Nice. Nice at the elbow. Now to the free throw line. She dribbles around one defender. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Mejia with the rebound for St. Mary's. They trail by 6, 38-32. 5 minutes to go in the fourth and final quarter. Mejia over to Ward. Ward dribbles around Mendez, takes a couple extra steps, throws it up. It's no good, and a jump ball. Mahan wrapped her up, and that'll be another turnover for St. Mary's, and Klamath Union taking possession now with 4:47 left to go in this fourth quarter. Pena with it now, taking it up. She's picked up by Dole. Pena, the freshman, takes a screen set by Garcia. Picked up again by Mejia. Pena on the far side, dribbles right, turns back around, now to her left side, kicks it over to Garcia. Garcia goes to the bucket, a nice step to the rim. It's no good as she lays it up. Rebound goes to St. Mary's, still 38-32, 4:20 to go in the fourth. The Crusaders working quickly on the other end. Rothfuss in a double team. It's taken away by Klamath Union, but a foul is called. We'll see if this ends up being on Wells or on Mendez. Pardon me, it's actually going to be on Pena. I didn't quite see her in the mix, but foul is charged to her, and we will inbound it for St. Mary's. Oh, pardon me, that is the Crusaders in the bonus. So a pair of free throws coming up for Rothfuss. She's got 13 points on the evening. On the afternoon. It's still only about 1:30 afternoon, not usually in a gym for some matinee basketball. First free throw is good, so she will get a second one, 38-33. And the second free throw is no good. Rebound goes to Klamath Union. Pena is going to take it up for the Lady Pels. Pena picked up by Dole. She kicks it over to Mahan. Mahan back over to Probst. Probst between the circles now. Being picked up by Rothfuss. Probst now dribbling to her right, back to the left. Inbound to Wells. Wells in a double team. Bounce pass to Probst. It's stolen away by Rothfuss. just closing up those passing lanes are St. Mary's here in this quarter. They trimmed their lead down from about 9 to 5 now.
Well, St. Mary's definitely hasn't given up.
Absolutely not.
They had a 9-point deficit a few minutes ago, and now they've brought it to 5. So.
We're in the fourth quarter, 38 to 33, and although St. Mary's offense might have dipped in those second and third quarters, their defense never did. It was just a matter of Klamath Union getting some good looks. Now that defense is back to putting the clamps on KU just a little bit. Pena with it. She's guarded by Dole. Pena goes to the right side, steps around one defender with the Euro, it seemed like, off the glass, and 2 more points.
That was a pretty move.
40 to 33, KU leads, 3.5 to go in the fourth. Pass goes inside to Ward, and a reach-in foul is going to be charged to Wells, and she's frustrated with herself. You just can't help it sometimes. Got to go for the basketball, get charged with the reach-in foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Madison Ward. And now that, St. Mary's, they are in the bonus, got to be careful with those free throw numbers. You don't want this game to be won on free throws for St. Mary's.
No, they're doing really well from the line.
First free throw's good. 40 to 34. KU still leads.
Maddie Ward is now 3 for 5 from the line. 4 for 5 from the line. And Rothkus is 8 for 9.
Great showing at the line for this team. As the score still 40 to 33. 3:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. Probst is going to get around a defender, but a timeout is called. It gives us one more chance to talk a little bit about this boys contest that we've got coming up in just a minute. And Dick, last year the Klamath Union Pelicans, they finished 7th rated in the state. They finished with a 7-3 league record, 17-7 overall. And they got sniped to that Skyline Conference title by Henley, who finished the season last year with 8 wins. But I don't got to talk about that too much. It was a great season last year for KU, and a team that started out about 500 and really came on about middle of the season in conference play.
They did. They turned it around. Early on, they had the same problem the girls were having. They turned the ball over a lot. They were forcing a lot of passes inside, and unfortunately, a lot of times that doesn't work in your favor. And so I really hope this year that they're able to take control of the ball, keep control of it, not make any silly passes. Work the ball inside to their big men. They got Short and Cook underneath. Both of them are 6'5". They're going to be a big key. I know watching Jared Cook shoot earlier today, I think he's spent a lot of time working on his shot. He's got this nice little soft jumper. The kid's got long arms and he can jump, and he's tall. So he's going to be a huge, huge force for him. So it's going to be fun to watch.
You talk about Cook's offensive game, and just real quick before we get back into this one, that's not to disrespect his defensive game. Led the team in blocks last year. I think he averaged 4.5 blocks a game almost, and that's just from height, and you can't teach height.
No, you can't.
Probst with the inbound pass. She's going to take it to the bucket herself off the front of the rim. It's no good, so St. Mary's is going to take it now with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Turn the ball over. Mendez grabs it. She turns it right back over to Dole. Mendez steals it away again, and now it looks like another held ball is going to go the way of St. Mary's.
That's got to be pushing close to 50 jump balls.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty dang close, and skirmishing for that basketball. It's just some of the stuff you love to see in high school basketball. Both the teams giving it their all in the first game of the year. As St. Mary's with it now. A bounce pass went into Ward. It is taken back by Ashland. Ashland kicks it out to Rothfuss, who shoots an open 3. No good. Rebound goes to Mendez for KU. She is double teamed, and ball's knocked out of bounds. Goes the way of KU. 2:40 left to go in a 40-33 ball game, as the Lady Pelicans are in the lead. The inbound pass goes to Pena. She's picked up 3/4 court, knocked loose by Dole. Ball goes out of bounds and last touched by Pena. And not quite sure how that happens when Dole's the one who knocked it out of bounds. It's last touched by Pena, but is what it is. 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter, 40-33. KU leads. The inbound pass knocked by Mahan. Going up to the basket was Ward, and she got hacked by, I believe that was Wells, going up with that shot. A couple more free throws coming up for Maddie Ward, and you said 3 for 4 from the line tonight?
4 for 6.
4 for 6. And a great showing for the Crusaders at the line, and that's so one thing that every team strives to be good at is knocking down your free throws. It'll win you a lot of basketball games. It'll get you back into a lot of basketball games. First free throw is no good. And the second one coming up is good. So we've got a 6-point ball game, 40-34. Klamath Union still leads with 2.5 to go in the fourth. And bounce pass goes over to Wells. It is no good as she tries to lay it up off the glass. And a timeout will be called. So we talked about some of the things that Jacob Cook did last year for that boys basketball team. I want to go a little bit more in depth with both of those two players, with Short and Cook as we get closer to the game. But some of the other guys returning, Aaron Franklin, we're going to see him starting tonight. He was a little bit streaky in the beginning of the year, but really came on with that three-point jump shot. He finished last year averaging 7 points per game, 71% from the free throw line, 67% from beyond the arc last year. And hoping that he might be a spark plug for this team too.
I know he loves to shoot from the outside. I remember talking about that last year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't remember very much, but that's okay. This is going to be a great season. I don't know what the other teams have. I don't know what Henley or Mazama or Phoenix or North Valley, Hidden Valley have. But KU looks good. I think they'd like to show that they deserve to be in the state championship last year. And I think, Darius Cook obviously is going to be a loss, but Darius Holmes, but some of the other players are going to step up, and they've got the experience. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely, and a guy who's going to take Darius' spot, Pablo Macias. You remember him? I think everyone remembers him from that big shot he hit against Cascade, and hoping that he gets some good playing time. He'll be in the starting lineup this afternoon.
He's quick. I remember that. He's got a nice, pretty shot.
Absolutely. Well, we're back in the action this one. 2.5 to go in the fourth. Klamath Union leads 40-34 in the girls varsity contest. The inbound pass goes into Wells. She kicks it out to Mahan, who has a free-looking 18-foot jumper. She misses it. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Mendez beyond the three-point arc. She hands it off to Pena. Pena back to Mendez on the near side beyond the three-point arc. Bounce pass goes into Wells. Wells double team, passes it back out to Mendez. Back over to Probst beyond the arc. And good passing coming out from KU. They're looking for the best shot. Probst kicks it back over to Mendez on the inside to Wells. Wells with the back of the basket on the left elbow. Kicks it back over to Probst, now to Pena beyond the arc. Pena gets around one defender, throws up a nice little floater, is fouled on the jump shot. She'll get a pair of free throws coming up. Hey, Pelicans fans, little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home, but Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty's exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today. First free throw by Pena is good, 41-34. Klamath Union leads with $1.50 to go in the fourth. Second free throw is also good, 42-34. KU leads. Under 2 minutes to go. St. Mary's with it now. Dole taking it up. Pass half court over to Ward. Pardon me, that's Ashland. Ashland gets around Pena. She throws up a little floater. It bounces off the rim. No good. The ball goes out of bounds. And will be St. Mary's basketball with 1:39 to go in the fourth. Inbound for St. Mary's. That pass is handed off nicely to Erickson. She had a free look at the bucket, misses the layup, kicks it back out to Dole off the rebound. Dole knocks down a three-pointer, and 42-37, only a 5-point ball game now with 1:27 to go in the fourth. Likely to see St. Mary start pressing a little bit. Probst pass it over to Pena. Pena stops on a dime, shoots up a 17-footer, no good. The rebound up for grabs, taken this time by Rothfuss. Rothfuss loses it on the dribble. And Wells with it now. Probst down after diving for the basketball. She gets up and looks like she'll be okay as we continue play now under a minute in the fourth quarter. Reach-in foul from Dole, and that will stop the clock at exactly 1 minute. 42-37. Klamath Union is going to start with possession, I believe, since that was a reach-in foul. Klamath Union in the bonus. They'll shoot 1-1. And with Wells at the line, St. Mary's definitely just trying to get the ball back now and starting this foul early with still a minute left in the ball game. Wells at the line. Misses the first one. St. Mary's will get the ball back. The ball was rebounded by Ward, kicked over to Ashland. Ashland taking it up. Ashland gets around one defender, throws something off the glass. It's no good. Rebound. She picks it up herself. Rothfuss gets the ball, kicks it over to Dole. Dole an open three. That's back-to-back triples for her. Makes it a 2-point ball game. Now under a minute, 42 seconds left to go. Probst with it now. Klamath Union forced to play a little bit fast. Mendez kicks it back over to Probst. Probst slowing things down, and she will be fouled and shoot 1-1 at the line. And Probst stepping up. 42-40. Klamath Union still leads. 31 seconds left to go in the ball game. Probst with a couple of free throws here. Make this a lot tougher for St. Mary's, and she knocks down the first one. A chance now to make it a 2-possession ball game and a 4-point lead. Big free throw coming up with only 30 seconds left to go. And Probst with the second one, she nails it. And that will send us to a timeout. 44-40 with 31 seconds left to go. We're going to stick with you and take a couple of great looks for St. Mary's back-to-back times. They trim the lead to 2. Probst comes up big at the line, and with 30 seconds left, I think St. Mary's is going to try to go for a 3 here or just take what's easiest for them.
I think they're going to go for a 3, and I'm going to predict it doesn't drop.
That's a bold. That's bold.
Since I'm so good at my predictions, you know, one of the things that KU's done, they hit some key shots down the stretch from the free throw line, and Probst knocked down 2 back-to-back shots. So that's what gave them a little bit of a cushion. Got a 4-point lead with 31 seconds left. Should be enough to do it, but we'll see what happens.
At the very least, it's a 2-possession game, and if Klamath Union can keep it at least at that length, they'll obviously come away with the win. As the ball is inbounded now, under 30 seconds to go, 44-40. St. Mary's with it. They work from right to left. Ashland with it now between the circles. She's put pressure on by Pena. She kicks it over to Rothfuss. Rothfuss crosses up to her left side, kicks it inside to Erickson. The ball is loose, and it is grabbed by, I believe, another held ball. It's going the way of Klamath Union, and there's going to have to be a quick foul and a quick shot if St. Mary's still wants a chance in this ball game. They're going to call a timeout, and that's a killer for St. Mary's right there.
It is. I'm surprised they got the ball with 31.7 seconds left, and they dribbled it around and dribbled basically 20 seconds off the clock. So, that's not really good clock management there. These kids are young and inexperienced. They should have hurried up and banged up a 3, I think, like you suggested. Instead, they tried to force it inside. They wound up giving the ball away on another held ball. So a 52nd or 53rd, so.
Yeah.
Been an awful lot of held balls. So, it's kind of interesting too, but that's beside the point. I'm not a ref. I'm not going to say any more about that.
So, 12.9 seconds left on the clock. Klamath Union is going to come back out with the basketball and a 4-point lead as the tail end of the varsity girls contest. When we conclude the action here in this one, we're going to step aside and get ready for the boys varsity contest. For those of you listening on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, I know that's what you're here for, and on mybasin.com with some live video coming your way for that contest as well. As Mendez is going to be the one to inbound it. She gets it into Probst, and no foul committed yet. A loose ball, 9 seconds left to go. The bounce pass goes over to Ashland, and she sinks a 2-point bucket. There's still 3 seconds left on the clock, and with 1 second left, no foul is called. And there is a foul with .1. We're going to see if they decide to call it or not. I don't think it's really worth it. And a 2-point victory for Klamath Union here. 44-42 is the final. The Lady Pelicans are going to take the win in this one. I believe that's what we're saying, right? Was there any foul called? I don't think there was.
One of the refs called a foul with about a second left, but I don't think they're going to worry about it too much.
Final this afternoon, 44-42. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about the girls' contest and start talking about the varsity boys. The Pelicans getting ready to take the court for the first time this season. You've got live HD video on my.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you into the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union pregame show for the Klamath Union Pelicans, although we do have some business to wrap up first. The final for the girls varsity contest, a win for Klamath Union, 44-42, and a team that really was inspired by their defense. I think in Klamath Union they won a close game, and they kept it close throughout the whole game, but that's not to say that we didn't score some points, and a great game, I think, for Mahan as well.
Yeah, Mahan had 10 points. I'm sorry, Mahan had 8. Pena had 10.
Pena had 10, there you go.
Probst had 14. Mendez had 4. Wells had 4. Garcia had 2. As I mentioned, Mahan had 8. And then Neese had 2. You know, the girls took a lot better care of the ball in the second half, and they had some really, really good looks. They were working the ball. They were getting nice little short shots inside the paint. They weren't able to get a lot of them to drop. You know, I think they're a little bit antsy when they're going up, put the ball up a little bit too hard. I think if they, you know, down the road, if they have a little bit more confidence and have some faith in their abilities, they'll knock those little 6 and 8 footers in all the time. For St. Mary's, Dole had 15 points. Rothkus had 14. Ward had 7, and Mia had 2. So it was pretty evenly distributed for KU as far as their starters and their points scored. You know, St. Mary's basically had 2 gals that kept them in the game. It's a fun game to watch. They made it close, which is what we wanted to see happen. You know,
Absolutely.
KU came away with a win, with a 2-point win. That's a good start to the season, and you know they should do well coming down the stretch.
Absolutely. We'll wrap things up with the Lady Pelicans here in just a minute, and as we take a look forward in their schedule, a couple more games coming up this week. As a matter of fact, on Tuesday they're going to be at home against North Valley. We'll have that game broadcast for you live right here on mybasin.com. And then on Wednesday they are on the road at Phoenix, and I got to double check on that one, but I believe we will be there on the road at Phoenix as well as we finish out the rest of this week, and look ahead more at some Klamath Union Lady Pelicans basketball. They looked good tonight, hoping exactly like you said, continuing that defensive force like we saw tonight, and modest scoring, and they'll go a long way.
back to the girls game really quickly. Pina is really impressive to me. I mean, last year and the year before last, I talked about Mahan. She was my want to see you well girl.
Right.
Pina's a freshman. She had 10 points tonight, or this afternoon, sorry. She had 10 points. Played some really heads-up ball. Takes pretty good care of the ball when she passes it. She gets good looks underneath. She's pretty tall. And I think she's going to be a huge asset to these Lady Pels. So it's going to be fun to watch her.
I absolutely agree. And as we finish up the girls' story for you, 44-42 was the final. Lady Pelicans winning their first game of the season. They're 1-0. The Crusaders now are 0-3. As we get ready for the boys' contest, Dick, we've talked a little bit about the boys so far this throughout the end of that girls' contest. A lot of great things we saw from them at the beginning of last year, and namely the two guys returning down in the middle, Garrett Short and Jacob Cook last year, and I have the number for you right here. They combined for about 22 points per game last year, and hoping to definitely bump those numbers up. I mean, they're both liable to average 15-plus this year with their height, their athleticism. They both look good, really good right now.
I talking about last year, I looked back through my stats a little bit, and I don't think Cook was less than double digits more than about one game. I know he got in foul trouble early on in the season, and I don't think he scored a lot of points in one of the games, but he's consistent. He's consistent on the boards. He's really aggressive. He makes people alter his shots because he's got a wingspan of about twice as long as he is tall. It's probably not quite true, but the kid can jump. He's aggressive. He plays some heads-up ball, and he's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
And Short, like we mentioned, earlier, has put on a couple inches. I watched him jam one a little while ago, and so he's going to be fun to watch too. Looking forward to Franklin. He likes to shoot from the outside. I think he said he was 67% from beyond the arc last year.
He was.
Which is a pretty decent percentage. And so he's going to be somebody that other teams are really going to have to watch because he can, if he's knocking down threes, that can break a game wide open. And that's really what KU needs to do. If they've got some outside shooting and they've got Cook and Short underneath to rebound or to get nice easy layups, that's going to cause teams to really have to concentrate on what they're doing on defense. And so that's what we want to have happen.
Absolutely. And as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, the St. Mary's girls team entered play 0-2. The boys team, kind of the flip side of that, they are 2-0. They beat those teams that the girls team ended up losing to, which is North Valley, beat them 56-52. They also beat Phoenix 70-31. And, playing this Klamath Union team, I think from what we know about North Valley, from what we know about Phoenix, Klamath Union's definitely going to be a different beast for these Crusaders as far as just length and speed. I mean, Klamath Union, you can see them right now. They like to get out and run.
Yeah, and that's fun to watch when they do that. I mean, fast-paced basketball is what we both enjoy. I don't like the slow down stuff. There's not a shot clock in high school,
right?
And I've seen some teams just really dog it, and that's not fun for the spectators. And of course, I don't think it's fun for the kids either. So, I like the run and gun kind of stuff.
I completely agree. Well, Klamath Union, we'll take a look at what they did a little bit last season, coming up in just a bit. Almost making it to that. They did make it to the state tournament that ended up getting played, but we'll talk about that, of course, throughout the broadcast tonight. We are going to step aside right now. When we come back, we'll talk about starting lineups, of course, tip-off coming your way on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, right on mybasin.com, on air on 1150 92.9 KAGO.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, In the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, still in the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union pregame show as we get ready for KLAMATH Union basketball taking on the St. Mary's Crusaders today. As we take just a quick look at what St. Mary's did last year, the Crusaders finishing atop the Far West League, finishing 8-2 in league play, 16-11 overall, though with a fairly slim point differential, giving up 1,664, scoring that many points rather, and allowing 1,612 points. So winning quite a few more games than maybe their point differential shows, but a good chance for KLAMATH Union today to get out and run against the St. Mary's team as we take a quick look at the Skyline Conference, how that wrapped up at the end of last year. KLAMATH Union ended up losing out on the Skyline Conference crown. They lost that one to Henley, who finished 8-2, 19-6 overall. KLAMATH Union followed them up. They were 7-3, 18-7 overall. Phoenix finished third in the Skyline Conference, 6-4 in league play. Hidden Valley right behind them at 5-5 in fourth place. The fifth place team was the North Valley Knights. They finished 4-6 in league play. And Mazama, they won 5 games on the season, none of them coming in league play though. They finished 0-10. Skyline Conference play, 5-18 overall. Coach K says keep an eye out on Mazama, so we will throughout the season. And looking forward to Skyline Conference play. We got some preseason action tonight against the St. Mary's Crusaders. Coach Case say that he feels blessed that they even get a preseason game, like we were talking about a little bit before the broadcast, Dick. The team, only 2 weeks to practice. A couple of the guys who were playing baseball, Garrett and Jacob, and Aaron Franklin, who was out something with his toe before the past week. They've only had really 1 full week as a team practicing.
It could be interesting. It really could be. Hopefully Coach Case is patient with them because I'm sure they're a little bit rusty. But again, I know they're aggressive, and so they want to win, they want to play well. I'm sure they'll do well.
Absolutely. As we look to get started with starting lineups tonight, as we are nearing first the tip-off. Well, again, if you haven't joined us, there is no tip-off this afternoon. In fact, the teams will inbound the ball, no tip-off due to, I guess, COVID regulations, but that is how we are doing things. So just a few minutes away from the inbound pass, so to speak, as we start with the St. Mary's Crusaders starting lineups. The sophomore standing 6 foot tall, number 10, Will Cranenberg, is starting, along with number 14, the senior standing 6'1", Luke Benyon. Tyson Del Planche, a sophomore standing 5'7", getting the nod for St. Mary's. Number 24, a senior standing 6'3", Nathan Sternenberg is starting, and rounding out the order for St. Mary's, number 33, Eli Hayes, a junior standing 6'1". Take a look at some of the heights for St. Mary's. A couple 6'3" guys, but they're going to lose a couple inches inside. The guys like Short, Cook, and then Youngena, who is the transfer from Texas, standing about 6'5" as well. Klamath Union clearly has the height advantage going into this one.
That's good. So what we need to do really fast is have Franklin knock down a couple of threes, so they have to come out and guard him, and then he's dish the ball down inside the big guys.
Space the floor. I mean, hey, I don't have a concrete stat on this. I'm throwing this out there, but from what I remember, Franklin averaged about 7 points per game last season. I guarantee at least half of those would come in the first quarter, to get things spaced on the floor as we have the national anthem. Means we are just about ready for basketball this afternoon. Not too used to the matinee format. We will be playing most evenings moving forward. And real quick, as I talk about the evenings that we'll end up playing, Dick, I'm not sure if you have had a chance to look real closely at our schedule, but the Pelicans this year playing back-to-backs on 2 different occasions. I think they're road and home back-to-backs too. So interesting schedule for these boys. And
tough on us too.
Yeah, hey, look, we travel the road, get those miles logged, and we'll be there for all of them. Going over the starting lineups for St. Mary's. Again, it's going to be Cranenburg, Benyon, Del Planche, Sternenberg, and Hayes. As we take a look now at the starting lineups for the Klamath Union Pelicans. Starting at guard, number 0, Javin Zumwalt. Zumwalt, multi-sport athlete, also playing football. Number 3, Aaron Franklin, the senior. Number 5, another senior, Jacob Cook. Number 13, another senior, Garrett Short. And finally, number 11, a point guard, standing 5'11", it is Pablo Macias. Coach Ed Case in his 3rd year, and give credit where credit is due to Coach Ed Case. Has really turned this program around the past couple of years, and with some great kids on this team, great team chemistry, and in his 3rd year, the Pelicans looking to expand on what he's done in his first 2 seasons. As you get ready for the inbound pass, again, no tip-off in this game, so St. Mary's will start with it. The pass goes over to Benyon, who's picked up by Zumwalt. The bounce pass ends up going over to Del Planche, who goes up with it. It's knocked away by Garrett Short, and the Pelicans taking over with it now. Pablo Macias, pass inbound to Garrett Short. Takes it from the free throw line, takes 2 steps to the bucket and lays it up and in. Great soft touch from the senior, Jacob Cook. Now St. Mary's back onto the other side, kicking it over now to Sternenberg. Sternenberg with it now, top of the key. He kicks it on over to Cranenberg. Back now over to Sternenberg. Now back to Benyon. Benyon picked up by Zumwalt. Benyon at the free throw line, kicks it back out beyond the arc. Now it's handled by Sternenberg in the corner. Passes it back over to Hayes. Hayes kicking it over to Sternenberg. St. Mary's playing slow with it. It's Cranenberg with it now, picked up by Franklin. Cranenberg dribbles to the rim. He's back out about 15 feet away. Kicks it outside to Sternenberg. Sternenberg takes a nice little floating jump shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Jacob Cook. Pelicans with it now. They lead 2-0. 6:58 to go in the first. Garrett Short with it now. He gets the inbound pass to Jacob Cook. Cook turns to his right, gets the bucket. He's now under the basket. Kicks it back outside to Aaron Franklin. And a foul, I believe, against Jacob Cook.
No, he got his glasses knocked off.
Did he already?
Yes.
That's a running theme with that kid.
I think he brings like 3 or 4 pairs.
He better. Inbound pass goes to Pablo Macias. Macias on the far side, about half court, over to Zumwalt, who's about 25 feet out. Zumwalt to short, beyond the arc, now over to Franklin. Franklin kicks it to short on the near side. Gets the pass into Zumwalt. Zumwalt puts it on the deck, pushes off, tries to bounce pass it over to Macias. Pablo takes a wide open 3 off the front of the rim, no good. St. Mary's in transition, trying to slow it down. Taking a 3-point jump shot was Benyon. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Garrett Short. Skying for that one. He takes it the other way. Short in transition, bounce pass to Macias, now back to Garrett. Garrett is going to, is that a travel called?
That was called, yeah.
I'm not sure if a travel was committed, but a travel was called. 2-0, 6:16 to go in the first.
That obvious?
Yeah. St. Mary's with it now as they go from left to right, wearing all navy blues. Klamath Union in their home whites. As with it now was Hayes. He's going to kick it over to Benyon, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Klamath Union ball with 6:03 left to go in the first, and a 2-0 game. Klamath Union leads. Both teams getting out and running so far. St. Mary's tends to slow their offense down, though, when they get up there. Pablo Macias kicks it over to Franklin on the near side. Franklin beyond the arc, back over to Macias beyond the key. Takes a screen set by Jacob Cook. He rolls off to his left side, goes up with a fake shot, kicks it back outside to Aaron Franklin, shoots a 3, no good, rebounded by St. Mary's. And now the Crusaders coming up with it. It's Benyon on the near side, guarded by Zumwalt. He kicks it into Sternenberg. Sternenberg gets around a screen, rolls to the bucket, kicks it out for a 3-point jump shot for Cranenberg. It's no good. Cranenberg follows his own jump shot, gets the rebound, throws up a mid-range jump shot. We got a tie game at 2. 5.5 to go in the first. Zumwalt with it beyond the arc. Bounce pass inside to Jacob Cook on the right side. Cook spins to his left with it. He's hacked as he goes up with the shot, and he will shoot 2 at the line. Foul charge to Eli Hayes, the junior, standing 6'1" for St. Mary's, and Jacob Cook getting his first chance at the line this season. Cook coming into this year as last year was a decent foul shooter, nothing really great, 70%. That's about where you want to be as he knocks down his first one of the season. KU now leading 3-2. Cook knocks down both of them. The Pelicans lead 4-2 with 5:18 left to go in the first. St. Mary's working quickly the other side. Benyon with it now. Pardon me, that's Cranenberg, guarded by Franklin beyond the arc. Now bounce pass to Benyon on the far side. Kicks it over to Hayes. Hayes now back on the near side to Sternenberg. Pardon me, that is Del Planche. Del Planche dribbles it under the basket, tries to bounce pass it. The loose ball is picked up by Garrett Short. Another turnover for St. Mary's. The Pels working in transition. Bounce pass to Cook, and he goes up and in with it. 2 more points for him. 6-2, the Pelicans lead. St. Mary's working quickly, though, on the other side. That's Sternenberg. He's going to give it to Benyon. Benyon dribbles behind him, backs up, kicks it over to Cranenberg, who now has it in the corner. Del Planche takes it. He's going to be fouled on his way to the rim. And the foul is going to be charged, I believe, to Macias. St. Mary's will inbound it. They trail 6-2, 4.5 to go in the first. The inbound pass goes to Sternenberg. That was Cranenberg with it. He throws a nice shot off the glass, but it's no good. Rebounded by Short. Dishes it over to Macias, and he brings it up the floor. Pelicans work quickly here. A nice pass to Zumwalt. He takes 1 step to the bucket. Add 2 more points for the Pels. 8-2. They lead with 4:18 to go in the first. Trying to work quickly on the other side is St. Mary's. Going up with it was Benyon, but Zumwalt swats it away. Great defense there by the Pelicans and the sophomore, Javin Zumwalt. To inbound it now is Sternenberg. Sternenberg finds Benyon on the near side, guarded by Zumwalt. Sets a screen, does Del Planche, and taking the screen was Benyon. I believe Macias blew through that screen and charged with his second foul of the game. And Macias charged with 2 fouls about 4 minutes into this game. He's going to stay out there, though. The inbound pass goes to Cranenberg, who's guarded by Franklin. Cranenberg, in addition, on over to Sternenberg on the near side by the 3-point line. Back over to Cranenberg, beyond the key, guarded by Franklin. He's going to dish it on over to Patel, who just checked the game for St. Mary's. He kicks it over to Del Planche. Del Planche, guarded by Macias, kicked over to Sternenberg, now to Cranenberg. Pardon me, that's Benyon. Back over to Cranenberg, guarded by Franklin. Good man defense being played by KU right now. Nothing getting inside pass to Planche, and he will travel on his way to the bucket, taking 1 too many steps and another turnover for St. Mary's. 8-2. Klamath Union leads with 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Garrett Short taking it up now. Short crosses the timeline as the Pelicans work from right to left. The pass over to Aaron Franklin. Franklin trying to get it inside to Cook, who had some room to work there, but back outside to Short beyond the three-point arc. Now Zumwalt, about 25 feet out, kicks it to Short on the near right side. Cook takes a mid-range jump shot. It is no good. Rebound goes to St. Mary's. Del Planche takes it on the other side. Pass inside to Kranenberg. Kranenberg goes to work against Aaron Franklin, is fouled going up with it, so Kranenberg will get 2 shots. The senior is standing 6 foot, getting a chance at the line. Jacob Cook has gotten good positioning inside the paint so far. He's got all 8 points for Klamath Union so far.
He does. He's working really hard, too. He's intimidating anybody that comes anywhere near him, so that's a good thing. It's fun to watch the kid play.
Vaughn Wata checks into the game for the Pelicans, checking in for Macias. Either free throw is good. Garrett Short grabs the rebound. Still 8-2. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Aaron Franklin takes a quick three-point jump shot off the rim. No good. The rebound is going to actually end up going out of bounds. St. Mary's will take it. As the ball grabbed over there by Klamath Union Athletic Director Scott Mason. Appreciate him for allowing us to cover his programs this season. 3 minutes left to go in the first. 8-2. Klamath Union leads. Inbound pass for St. Mary's, kicks it out to Del Planche. Del Planche through the double team. He's going to kick it out to Patel, but will travel for the second time in the game. And Wata with it. Wata over to Zumwalt beyond the arc. Zumwalt takes a screen set by Wata. He dribbles to his left, now to his right. Mid-range, he tries to dish it to Garrett Short. Ball goes loose, picked up by Franklin, though. Franklin with it now beyond the key. Bounce pass inside to Wata. He's on the left side, still to Garrett Short. Gets it to Cook. Inside, lays it softly off the glass with his left hand. And that's 2 more points for him. 10-2. Klamath Union leads. 2.5 to go in the first. Cross-court pass to Walker. Inside to Patel for St. Mary's. Now back on the outside to Benyon. Benyon pump fakes. He gets it now inside to Patel. Patel working inside to Zumwalt. Knocked away by Zumwalt, and Franklin grabs the loose ball. Another turnover for St. Mary's. Garrett Short taking it up the court now. Zumwalt with it. Zumwalt bounce pass into Jacob Cook. Cook goes to work onto the inside. He's hacked. And a jump ball, or a held ball rather. Possession stays with Klamath Union. And Cook... Already, we said it last year and say it again about 5 minutes into this game. Boy, does he take a beating down there just about every game.
He got hit about 17 times in the 2 feet that he walked, that he moved. So, yeah.
Yeah, as we take a timeout, 10-2. Klamath Union leads with about 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. We'll be right back with more first quarter action on mybasin.com, 1150 92.9 KAGO.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
And we're back on 1150 92.9 KAGO on mybasin.com. The Pelicans lead 10-2 with 2 minutes left. They start with the basketball. Inbound pass goes to Zumwalt. He kicks it out beyond the three-point arc to Garrett Short. Short with a sweet move to the bucket. Just missed a sweet layup. Still 10-2. And St. Mary's on the other side. It's Benyon now. Benyon over to Patel. Patel back over to Foster. Foster kicking it to Del Planche. Del Planche, open three-point bucket. Rims out, no good. Rebound Short. Klamath Union trying to slow things down just a little bit as Zumwalt takes it up now. Takes a screen set by Cook. Takes a three-point jump shot. No good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Wata for Klamath Union. He's going to lay it back up and in. 2 more points for the Pels. 12-2 with $1:19 left to go in the first. St. Mary's working quickly, and that ball will go out of bounds. And a turnover for St. Mary's. Klamath Union is going to take over. 12-2. The Pelicans, they are playing quick. They've been stifled a little bit, only 12 points in the first quarter, but you'll take it, especially when the other team's only got 2. Wata taking it up, playing a little bit of guard. He hands it off to Zumwalt. Zumwalt back to Franklin, beyond the key, takes a screen set by Cook. Franklin dives the bucket Off the glass, no good. Cook back up and in. Tries to follow up another rebound, and it took him 2 times. But Cook, another couple of points. 14-2. The Pels lead under a minute now in the first. That's Cranenberg for St. Mary's going with it. He steps back for a mid-range jump shot. It's no good. Rebound Garrett Short as he will take it up and dish it over to Wata in the near corner. Wata, open 3 and nails it. 17-2. Klamath Union leads here in the first. Under 40 seconds to go now in this first quarter. It's taken up by Foster. Foster over to Patel in the far corner. Now back to Foster. Foster's going to step into a 3-point jump shot. He rattles that one home, 17-5. 28 seconds left to go in the first. Wata takes it now on the far side beyond the 3-point arc. Garrett Short diving to the bucket, but Wata decides to hand it off to Franklin. Franklin crosses to his left side, goes to the bucket. A nice layup, double clutch, and it's good for Franklin. 19-5, 12 seconds to go in the quarter. St. Mary's working quickly now. Patel onto the other side, gets it over to Walker. Walker tries to bounce pass it inside. It ends up off the foot of Franklin, so a kickball will go against the Pelicans, and St. Mary's will have the ball with 5 seconds left to go in the first. 19-5, KU leads. Hamir Patel, a sophomore standing 6 foot, will inbound it for the Crusaders. He gets it over to Walker. Walker moving over to his right side. Kicks it over to Cranenberg, who goes to his left, and he is fouled right before the quarter expires. And I believe he's going to get his free throws. The foul is going to be charged on Gutierrez for KU. Shooting a pair of free throws to end the quarter is Cranenberg. First free throw is no good. Second free throw for Cranenberg is also no good. So we end the first quarter with a score of 19-5. Klamath Union, boy, they are looking good after 8 minutes of play. We're going to step aside. We'll come back on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
So, used all-American material, like his sister. No, his three-pointers are pretty shot, so hopefully he's good.
Well, we're back into the action on 92.9 FM 1150 KAGO for Klamath Union. They start the second quarter with a pair of points. Credit those ones to Youngena. They lead 21-5 with 7.5 to go in the second quarter. And Dick, we were talking about it a little bit between the quarters there. Jacob Cook with 10 points already. He's made his presence known.
He is. He's looking really good. I mean, he scored on either hand. I think he's got 2 left-handed layups. And he's doing really well, and it's fun to watch some kids work. He works hard.
Turnover for Klamath Union on the other side. Going up with the shot, I believe, was Del Planch. He's fouled, so we'll get a couple chances at the line here. First quarter ended with 2 misses at the line from Cranenberg, and now Del Planch will get the chance to do it here. Del Planch, a sophomore, standing 5'7". I believe he was hacked going up by... I'm not quite sure. Didn't get an official signal, but 7:20 to go in the second, 21-5. And Del Planch with the first free throw off the front of the rim. That one's no good. 5 points for St. Mary's. Dick, what do you have to say about the KU defense?
KU defense is amazing. They're shutting them down. You know, you got Jacob Cook, just intimidating anybody that comes in near the paint. So, hopefully he continues doing that. I'm sure he will. He's an aggressive player.
Second free throw for Del Planch is good. Klamath Union working quickly on the other side. Franklin dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Macias. Macias pump fakes, gets it back inside to Franklin. Franklin in the double team. Back to Macias on the near side, beyond the arc. Kicks it over to Wata. Wata steps into a three-pointer, tries to bank it in, no good. Rebound grabbed by Franklin, still beyond the three-point arc. Gets it knocked away now over to Pablo. Pablo about 25 feet out in the double team on the near side. Gets it over to Youngin. Youngin over to Wata. Bounce pass in, and a sweet layup coming that time from Gutierrez. 2 points. 23-6. 6:45 to go in the second. A step back three on the other side for Walker is no good for St. Mary's. Rebound goes to KU. Pablo Macias taking it up. He's between the circles. Kicks it over to Youngina, rather. And over to Franklin. Back to Macias. The pass to Macias is broken up. Macias ends up getting it, though. Kicks it over to Franklin. He takes a three-pointer, double team that's no good. Rebound goes to St. Mary's. And a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Aaron Franklin on the inbound pass. Klamath Union's ball movement. They are passing quickly, passing out of double teams, moving the ball real well.
Yeah, they are. They're working away from the ball. They're working to get good shots, and so far it's paid off for them.
Inbound pass goes to Del Planche for St. Mary's. Kicking it over to Cranenberg on the far side. Cranenberg beyond the arc. He's going to get it over to Benyon, who's picked up by Franklin on the near side beyond the arc. The pass goes over to Hayes. He had a little bit of trouble with it, but able to kick it inside. Intended target for that pass was Sternenberg. He gets it. He's going to try to get it over to Benyon, but the pass intercepted by Aaron Franklin. He goes up with it. He's fouled and will shoot two at the line. Foul on Luke Benyon. And Aaron Franklin, one of the few seniors on this team, was part of last year's squad and worked in the summer quite a bit on his basketball game, his three-point shot. Again, we talked about it last year. He shot 67% beyond the arc last year and 71% at the free throw line as he misses his first one here. Franklin's got a nice touch, though.
He does. He struggled a little bit from three-pointers. He's taken three three-pointers, and not any of them have come close, but knocked down free throw. That's a good thing.
24-26, 5:56 left to go in the second. St. Mary's with it now as they cross the timeline. Taking it up is Cranenberg. Cranenberg kicks it over to Hayes, now on the outside to Sternenberg. Sternenberg takes a screen, tries to spin left with it. It's picked up by Short on the left side. It's blocked by Short as he tries to fade away. The blocked shot is picked up by Cranenberg. He tries to put it back up and in, misses. Rebound grabbed by Garrett Short. Short takes it up on the other side. He's picked up by Del Planche. He gets it inside to Gutierrez. Pardon me, that's Youngina, who goes up with it and is fouled. Now Youngina is a transfer student, I believe, from the state of Texas and playing his first year with Klamath Union. Look at him now. He stands about 6'5", maybe even 6'6". Looks a little bit taller than Jacob Cook as he nails his first free throw. 25-6, 5.5 to go in the second. Second free throw is good. Klamath Union has a 20-point lead with 5.5 to go in the second. With it now is Del Planche. Del Planche goes inside against Wata as he tries to kick it out. He's fouled. And charge that foul to Wata. And at the line now is Del Planche. Pelicans fans, having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. Come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to help make sure that everything's in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Well, on the other side, Wata knocks down a three, 29-6, 5:12 to go in the second. St. Mary's trying to work quickly on the other end, and a blocking foul called against Jacob Cook. So with the bucket and a foul, Eli Haynes will go to the line. Jacob Cook is charged with the foul there, the blocking foul. So a couple points for St. Mary's, a chance at a three-point play for Haynes. He does not convert. The rebound misses. It's picked up by Youngina. Youngina over to Macias. Macias already facing a double team, kicks it over to Garrett Short. Short on the inside to Cook. Cook, a slick pass to Wata, and that is drawn up perfectly as Wata converts on 2 points. 31-8, Klamath Union leads, 5 to go in the second. St. Mary's now working onto the other side. With it now is Haynes, top of the key, guarded by Jacob Cook. The passing lane's eaten up by Youngina. Patel gets it, though. He works inside against Garrett Short, and a foul is called on either Short or Cook. It's going to be Garrett Short charged with the foul on the shot. So Patel, the sophomore standing 6 foot, will take a couple of shots at the line.
St. Mary's is struggling from the line a little bit.
Back into the action. Wata takes another corner 3. That one rims out, no good. St. Mary's with the rebound. St. Mary's now onto the other side. Going up with it was Walker. He tries to lay it up off the glass, no good. Garrett Short with it. The score 31-9 with 4:20 left to go in the second. Garrett Short walks into a 3-pointer, decides against it, kicks over to Macias. Back to Short. Wata now on the far side, kicks it inside to Garrett Short. To Jacob Cook. Cook outside to Macias. Macias dives to the rim, tries to get it back to Cook, and the pass is taken away by St. Mary's. Going up with it was Haynes. He throws it up off the glass. It's no good. Still 31-9, to go in the second. Macias over to Short. Short with a great move to the bucket. Misses his first layup. Goes back up with it after the rebound. 33-9 with 3:40 left to go in the second quarter. St. Mary's Walker now working against it against Jacob Cook. He kicks it on over to, now Patel has it. Patel going to work against Youngena. Kicks out to Hayes. Hayes takes a long 3-pointer. That one off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound still up for grabs. Taken by Patel for St. Mary's. Patel going up against Youngena. He's going to move it on over to Foster. Foster now to Walker. Walker guarded by Macias on the near side. The pass intended for Hayes was taken by Cook. Cook takes it coast to coast for the layup. 35-9. Klamath Union leads 3:15 to go in the second. Another pass taken away, this time by Macias. Gets it into Cook. Cook kicks it out to Wata. Wata now passing it over to Youngena. Youngena takes an open 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound St. Mary's. 3 minutes to go. 35-9. KU leads. Patel against Short. Kicks it over to Haynes. Haynes guarded by Cook. Inside pass intended for Walker. Gets there. Goes up against Wata. No good. Klamath Union going the other way. Another pair of fast break points for Cook as he lays it up with his left hand. 37-9. 2:37 to go in the second. Walker takes a screen. Instead takes it over to Haynes. Haynes with it now. Over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Cook. Johnson tries to get it inside to Patel. The pass is tipped by Short. Another turnover for St. Mary's as Macias got it. Full court pass to Wata. He tips it in over to Youngena. Youngena goes with the fadeaway jump shot on the left side. The right side. It was no good. And St. Mary's with it now. Going to the bucket, it is Walker. He's going to do a little nice layup there. 37-11. 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Pablo Macias passes it ahead to Wata. Wata misses a 3-pointer. Youngena gets the rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound St. Mary's going the other side now. Under 2 minutes to go in the second, 37-11. Klamath Union leads. Quick 3-point attempt, no good for the Crusaders. Now Macias takes it up, kicks it out over to Youngena, and a travel, not quite sure about that. And 37-11, $1:40 to go.
Yeah, some of these calls are a little bit on the sketchy side, but when you're out there on the floor, it's tough to do everything right.
A 3-point bucket made by Johnson on the other side for St. Mary's, 37-14. 1:30 left to go in the second quarter. Garrett Short with it now. Short in the double team. He spins to his left, goes to the bucket, kicks it out to Jacob Cook. Takes about an 18-footer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Short. Short kicks it out to Zumwalt. Zumwalt now working inside. A nice bounce pass to Short, who gets a clean look at the bucket. 39-14. 1 minute to go now in the second. Taking a quick jump shot was Benyon. He's going to knock that one down. Is just pulling up right as he got there. 39-17 now. As Pablo Macias takes it. Takes the screen from Cook. Kicks it back outside to Short. Now to Macias. Macias fakes left. Goes right. Kicks it to Cook. Cook now on the left side. Kicks it over to Zumwalt on the near side. Now bounce pass into Gutierrez. And he lays it up. Behind the back layup. And that breaks 40 points for Klamath Union. 41-17. With 38 seconds to go in the second. Benyon now with it. He tries to bounce pass it into Sternenberg. The pass taken away from Cook. Macias with it now with 29 seconds. Klamath Union a chance to slow down the offense if they feel like it. The pass inside to Garrett. Short. He makes a swift pass to Gutierrez. He misses it. Short tries to go back up with it, and it's no good. A couple of looks at the basket for Klamath Union. Can't convert. 41-17. Another three-point bucket attempt for Benyon. No good. Rebound still up for grabs, and out of bounds it goes with 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. It'll be St. Mary's ball. They trail 41-17 as we've got a new player in for KU. That'd be number 23, Mark Bundang. Pardon me, he's number 24 on the court right now. So Bundang in the game, playing a bit of point guard as he has to go up against Kranenberg. 6 seconds left to go on the clock. Kranenberg is going to kick it over to Benyon. Benyon fakes a three-pointer, kicks it over to Patel. Last shot of the quarter is good. Credit the points to Patel there. Threw up a nice little floater. 41-20, the score after 16 minutes. Klamath Union has looked very good to this point in the ball game. We'll talk about it coming up in the halftime show. We've got live HD video on mybasin.com. And we're on air on 1150 and 92.9 FM at KAGO. 41-20, Klamath Union. Time.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you into the Les Schwab Tires halftime show. We're doing the right thing matters since 1952. We're at halftime, and we apologize. We had the wrong score going into halftime. The actual score here is going to be 43-20. Klamath Union leads. And Dick, St. Mary's, they put some points on the board at the end of that second quarter, but Klamath Union's defense looked really good.
You know, St. Mary's has been trying to work it inside a little bit, but they're getting they have to modify every shot they put up. You know, it's kind of interesting to watch. You know, you get kids that are giving up 3 or 4 inches to Cook and to Short and to Jenna. And those guys just intimidate them. And so, you know, the shots they take when they get anywhere near the paint are rushed, and they're not taking their time. They're modifying the arc, and so, you know, they'd be crazy to keep going in there. They've knocked down a couple of three-pointers. Benyon's made 2 threes. But the defense that KU has exhibited this game is amazing. Right now, they only have 3 turnovers, and they've caused 10 turnovers for St. Mary's. So, you know, that's a huge difference. St. Mary's is struggling from the line. They've only made 2 free throws. They're 2 for about 10 from the free throw line. KU is 4 for 4. So 5 for 4, 5 for 5. Sorry, I guess 5 for 4 would be tough to do. My math, it works out okay, but
it's all right. So tell me about Jacob Cook, because he got the first 8 points of the game for Klamath Union. Seems like he sort of stalled out from there, but still 8 points for him. He's doing real well.
I wouldn't say he stalled out. He hadn't had any reason to score.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach K sat him down for a little while in the second quarter. He's got 14 points. I mean, that's nothing to turn up your nose at. He's playing well. The kid. I love watching his shot, because he could go to the bucket with either hand, and that's when I first started watching him out here, I couldn't remember. I thought, he's so comfortable shooting left-handed. I think is he left-handed? I started to ask you that, and then he shot a free throw and he shot it right-handed. So I know he wasn't dinking around from the free throw line. So
Jacob Cook, just a side note on him, he may very well be ambidextrous, because same thing, he's shooting real well left-handed here, shoots free throws with his right. In baseball, just got done watching him, throws with his right, hits left-handed. So,
well, that's to be expected. If you're going to be a decent baseball player, you don't ever want to bat from the right side of the plate.
You're throwing a lot of shade right now, Dick.
Well, I bat right-handed. I'm not a decent baseball player, but yeah.
You know what? I bat right-handed too, and I'm not a decent baseball player either.
So no. You want to. I mean, if you ever have kids, for people listening out there, teach them to bat left-handed. That's a mistake I made with mine, but that's okay. So yeah, he's really a fun player to watch, and I know he's worked in the off-season on scoring. He's got moves inside, 8 feet. He's got such a huge step. He gets the ball down underneath, and Macias and some of the rest of the guys are good at dishing the ball into him. He fakes one way and goes the other way, and when you can shoot either left or right-handed, it throws the defense off. They can't play you. They can't favor you to push you one way. And so, to Cook's credit, he's worked on scoring underneath, and that's where he should be. He's a big guy. That's where he needs to be.
Absolutely, as the Pelicans lead 43-20 going into halftime. Again, this is the first game of the season for the Klamath Union Pelicans. Their next game actually on Tuesday, when the North Valley Knights come to town, and a decent schedule. Dick, we talked about it a little bit. 2 back-to-backs for this team. First back-to-back is actually Tuesday, Wednesday. We're here at North Valley, on the road at Phoenix on Wednesday. So back-to-back there, and then just looking at my schedule real quick, there is one more, having trouble finding here, the June 3rd through the 4th.
14th and 15th also.
There's 3 back-to-backs. I stand corrected. So we've got the 3rd and the 4th of June, 14th, 15th of June, and tough schedule, but the way these boys are playing right now, there's not a whole lot stopping them from making it all the way.
One of the things that's really impressed me, these kids look like they're having fun. I mean, granted, they've got a 23-point lead, and it's always fun to play when you're up.
Right.
But they're not struggling. In past years, I've watched them, not take care of the ball on offense. They throw a lot of passes away. They try to force it underneath, and it doesn't look like they're doing that tonight. Right. They're playing really good defense, as we've talked about. They've caused 10 turnovers. While they've only given up 3. So that's a huge difference, a huge point difference. And on most of those turnovers, they've scored.
Absolutely. As we get ready for the second half of action, we're going to step aside here in just a minute. But Dick, what do you expect to see from KU as we get into the second 16 minutes?
I expect to see more of the same. I think probably getting into the fourth quarter, Coach Case is going to put in some of his subs, but a comfortable lead, and I'm sure he's going to come out with the starters, and they're going to come out firing.
Well, let's hope for it. 43-20 the score at halftime. Klamath Union leads the St. Mary's Crusaders. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back with third quarter action on 1150 92.9 KAGO, live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What Rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does.
I got 5 seconds. And welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO live video on mybasin.com. Getting ready for the third quarter of action, a game in which Klamath Union leads the St. Mary's Crusaders 43-20. Garrett Short going to the line here with only about 9 seconds into the third quarter. Klamath Union, they are working from left to right across your screen. They're in their home whites with the red lettering and black trim. St. Mary's tonight in their navy blue uniforms from head to toe with the white numbers and lettering. Garrett Short going to miss his first free throw as we get things started in the third quarter. Story of the first. Klamath Union's defense has looked very good as Garrett Short sinks the second free throw. St. Mary's taking it now. Benyon crosses the timeline. He goes with it. He's going to kick it on over to Sternenberger. Sternenberger to Kranenberger. And now Haynes has it. Cross-court pass to Del Planche. He's going to kick it out to Benyon, who shoots a three-pointer. No good. Rebound grabbed by Garrett Short. Short is going to take it up. Tries to get it inside to Zumwalt. Zumwalt dribbles under the bucket over to Cook. Cook is going to go to work inside against Haynes. He fakes right, goes, spins around to his left. Tries to throw it up. It's no good. The rebound is going to be a held ball. Possession goes to St. Mary's. That was a sweet move by Cook. Just couldn't convert.
Yeah, nice soft little 4-footer, but he did left-handed. It didn't quite drop.
7:20 to go in the third. 44-20. Klamath Union leads. Sternenberger with it, top of the key. He's going to hand it on over to Kranenberger. Kranenberger picked up by Franklin, crossing him up, and is going to end up kicking out to Benyon. Benyon guarded by Zumwalt. He's at about half court. Benyon still dribbling it. He gets it out to Del Planche. Del Planche goes up with it, decides to hit it on the floor. He's going to kick it out to Haynes, who shoots a three-pointer off the glass. No good. Rebound, Garrett Short. Short over to Macias. Macias back over to Short. He kicks it over to Franklin, who gets it to Zumwalt on the near side. Zumwalt is up against Kranenberger. Bounce pass to Short now, top of the key. Kicks it over to Franklin on the far side. Gets it to Macias in the left corner. Pablo, open three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Zumwalt. Zumwalt puts it on the deck. Bounce pass to Short, who puts it up and in. A nice layup. 46-20, 6:29 to go in the third. Benyon dribbling now to the rim. He pulls up about 14 feet out, bounces it off the rim, no good. Rebound St. Mary's. It's actually to Haynes. He tries to find Sternenberger beyond the arc. The pass goes out of bounds. And with 6:18 to go in the third, 46-20 is the score. KU still in control of this game. Their biggest lead of the night was 28. They now only lead by 26. I say only like it's a close game to this point, but St. Mary's, they're not going away easily, shooting all nice three-pointers. Macias gives it to Zumwalt, who tries to go up with the layup, misses. Rebound goes to Garrett Short. Short kicks it out to Franklin, an open three, no good. It was off the glass, rebound St. Mary's. St. Mary's tries to pass it ahead. The pass intended for Kranenberger, stolen away by Aaron Franklin. Franklin taking it coast to coast now, tries to go up and under with it, kicks it to Cook. Cook just misses it as well onto the inside, but the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Pablo Macias with it now on the far side. Gets it to Cook. Cook puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Zumwalt. Zumwalt, open three, no good. Rebound St. Mary's. The Crusaders with it now, Del Planche. Del Planche picked up by Cook. Takes the screen. Zumwalt switches on to him now beyond the key. Passes it on over to Sternenberger, picked up by Short. Now to Haynes. Now over to Kranenberger, picked up by Franklin. Del Planche into the near corner, picked up by Macias. Tries to dribble to the bucket. Bounce pass over to Sternenberger. Throws up about a 10-footer. It's no good. And rebound Klamath Union over to Macias. Macias cross-court pass to Zumwalt. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Javin. And that will go towards St. Mary's. Checking into the game now for Pablo Macias is Vaughn Wata. Wata came off the bench, scored 7 points in about 2 minutes when he came off the bench. Looked real well.
He's got 10.
10 points, yeah. 5:08 left to go in the third. St. Mary's with it now. Kicks it over to, that would be Foster. Foster over to Patel. Patel over to Walker now, who's picked up by Short. Walker dribbles it into the inside, tries to kick it inside to Johnson, but the ball goes out of bounds on the pass inside, and a turnover. Klamath Union will take it, and Javin Zumwalt going to play a little point for Klamath Union. Zumwalt over to Short. Short takes one step inside of the bucket, kicks it out to Wata. Wata now to Cook, still beyond the arc. Cook going inside. He's trying to back down Walker and gets the ball picked from him. Goes out of bounds. A turnover for Jacob Cook. He had the matchup he wanted in the paint, but Walker played a bit of good defense for St. Mary's. Walker takes it up. Gets it over to Foster. Foster guarded by Cook. Gets it over to Patel on the near side. Guarded by Franklin. Patel puts it on the deck. Is going to kick it out to Haynes in the near corner. Back out to Foster. Foster over to Johnson. Johnson open three. No good. Franklin with the rebound. And the Pelicans go the other way. Franklin, front court pass to Wata. Now back to Franklin. Aaron in the double team. Bounce pass to Short. Top of the key. Now to Javin on the near side. Zumwalt, cross court pass to Franklin. Franklin gets a good look at three. Bounces off the front of the iron. No good. The rebound is going to be grabbed by Haynes. Franklin got a little bit too handsy trying to grab it, and a foul on him. St. Mary's will inbound the basketball with 4:02 to go in the third. 46-20 to score.
Franklin's struggling a little bit from beyond the arc. He's 0 for 5.
Shake off that early season rust. A three-point shot is something that comes along as the season goes. It's good to see that he's still confident in taking that shot, though. All right, 3:42 to go in the third. 46-20. St. Mary's is trailing, but they have the basketball right now. Patel takes a screen. He's going to kick it over to Walker. Walker dribbles inside onto the right elbow, kicks it over to Foster on the far corner. That was Johnson with a nice little floater, and 46-22. St. Mary still trails. Pass to the front court to Wata, now back to Zumwalt. Wata on the near side, bounces over to Zumwalt. Aaron Franklin now on the far side, passes up a three-point shot, gets it inside to Jacob Cook. Cook around 4 Crusaders, he's just taller than all of them, and lays it up and in. 48-22, 3:16 to go in the third. St. Mary's with it now. It's Del Planch. He's picked up by Wata. Takes the screen. Now a three-pointer. It is no good. Rebound is picked up by St. Mary's. Johnson's got it now on the far corner on the right side. Kicks it over to Foster, who works beyond the key. Del Planch just barely on the left side of the key. Goes to work against Wata. Goes to the bucket, pushes Wata off, and it's blocked by Jacob Cook. The shot picked up by Garrett Short. Aaron Franklin now into the front court. He lays it up and in. 50-22, 2:45 to go in the third. St. Mary's working quickly on the other end. Walker. Wow, what a shot. He gets the foul and the bucket. A chance for a three-point play here from Walker. Chance to trim the lead to 25 with 2:39 to go in the third. Pelicans fans, if you'd like to exercise in a professional, clean, and friendly environment, head on down to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. With state-of-the-art equipment, 4 indoor tennis courts, and tons of group exercise classes, Harbor is the place to be. Free throw was good for St. Mary's, 50-25. On the other side, that's going to be Youngena with the bucket. St. Mary's now working quickly. They're trying to get back into this ballgame. They don't have a lot of time. They turn the basketball over. Wata taking it now in a 3-on-3 fast break. Takes it himself off the back of the iron. No good. And St. Mary's is going to grab the board. They work with it now. 2:12 to go. 52-25. Klamath Union leads. Bounce pass goes inside, intended for Patel. It's stripped away by Garrett Short. And another turnover for St. Mary's. Klamath Union with it now. Zumwalt dribbles, bounce pass to Garrett Short. Short steps into a three-pointer about 23 feet out, and it's no good. Del Planch kicks it over to Patel, who's picked up by Youngena. Moves to his right, tries to pass it outside, decides to take it himself, but no good. Rebound to Wata. Wata, 2-on-2 fast break with Jacob Cook. Dishes it to Short, and Cook gets hacked on his way up. He'll go to the line. Somehow his glasses stay on. But he will go to the line for 2 here. $52-25, $1:36 to go in this third quarter. And that one will miss the mark. Checking into the game now for Klamath Union is Mark Bundang. Bundang played a little bit of JV last year. It's his first year at the varsity level. Cook misses both free throws, still 52-25. Rebound St. Mary's. A minute 33 left to go in the third. Walker on the other side for the Crusaders. He's picked up by Bundang and kicks it over to Foster. Foster picked up by Short, back over to Del Planche. Del Planche guarded by Wata. He's going to take a contested three off the front of the rim. It's no good. Will go out of bounds on the rebound, and Klamath Union to take possession here. The Pels taking the Crusaders, forcing them to take bad shots, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah, well, they're shooting from the outside because they're afraid to go inside because everything gets rejected.
On the other side, Klamath Union will turn the basketball over. Bundang passing that one out of bounds. A minute 12 to go in the third, 52-25. St. Mary's with it. Del Planche takes the screen, tries to drive the bucket. He's going to kick it out to Foster. Foster beyond the key, now over to Johnson. Johnson to Del Planche. Del Planche takes about a 25-footer off the rim. Rebound to Foster. Foster tries to put it back up. That one rims out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Gutierrez. Kicks it over to Wata. Wata, front court pass to Bundang. Bundang takes a three-point shot. Big arc to that one, but it falls. A three-point jump shot for Bundang for his first varsity points. 55-25, Klamath Union, biggest lead of the night now at 30. Johnson tries to take a shot on the other side for St. Mary's. It's no good. 30 seconds to go now in the third. Bundang with it. Bundang over to Wata. Wata crossing him up. Bounce pass over to Youngena. Now back to Wata. Bounce pass out to Bundang. Bundang picked up by Walker. He's going to get it over to Garrett Short in the far corner. Short trying to find an open man. He finds Wata. Wata spins around one man, takes a step inside, about a 15-foot jump shot, no good, off the back of the iron, and rebound grab by Johnson. 4 seconds left to go. Johnson has to work quickly. Del Planche is going to take a shot at the buzzer. It is no good. We head to the third with a 55-25 score. Klamath Union in commanding control of this game. As it looks right now, they can hold on to this lead. They will be 1-0 on the young season. We've got the fourth quarter of action coming up on 1150 92.9 KAGO. Video on mybasin.com.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. As we enter the fourth quarter of play, Klamath Union with a 30-point lead, 55-25. They have played great defense to this point in the game, and if they can hold on to that, they will come away victors in this contest. On the floor for the Pels, it's Short, Wata, Bundang, Gutierrez, and Youngena. As Wata with it now, kicks it out to Youngena. Youngena travels before he could take a step, and that's the second time he's done that so far tonight, this afternoon. And 7:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. The pass front court to Walker for St. Mary's. Walker up against Bundang. Kicks it over to Sternenberg. Now to Hayes, back inside to Sternenberg. The pass goes awry, and turnover for St. Mary's. Klamath Union takes it now. Garrett Short inbounds it to Wata. He's going to take it up. 7:18 to go in the fourth, 55-25. And another turnover for Klamath Union. St. Mary's will take it now. Getting up court, pass outside to Sternenberger for St. Mary's. Now to Kranenberger. Over on the near side to Haynes. Haynes kicks it inside to Sternenberger. Takes a nice little fadeaway jump shot. No good. Rebound Garrett Short. Short front court pass to Gutierrez. He kicks it back out to Bundang. And Bundang is fouled before he can shoot.
You know, on that last play, Gutierrez should have put that ball up. He had his back to the bucket, but there's no defender between him and the bucket. He could have turned and shot an easy layup instead of dishing it back out.
Bounce pass to Garrett Short. Short cross court to Gutierrez. Pardon me, that was Youngena. Youngena misses the layup, and St. Mary's goes the other way. Kranenberger with it now, kicks it over to Walker. Walker guarded by Bundang. Walker for St. Mary's just beyond the key, kicks it over to Sternenberger on the far side. It's about 25 feet out. Over to Kranenberger. Kranenberger takes the screen, goes inside against Garrett Short. He gets hacked. I believe the foul is going to be called against Gutierrez, though. And it is. Gutierrez is going to be called with the foul. 5:58 left to go in the fourth. 55-25. Klamath Union is leading. At the line is Kranenberg. Sophomore standing 6 foot, misses the first free throw. St. Mary's, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but you totaled them up at halftime, Dick. As a team at the line, they are struggling as they miss 2 free throws.
Yeah, struggling is not even the right word for it. Oh, nice dish.
Yeah, great pass by Wata inside to Gutierrez. And Gutierrez is fouled as he goes up with it. And Fernando will get 2 shots at the line. Gutierrez practiced a lot with the varsity team last year, but spent most of the season at the JV level. Now, with a few other guys getting the call up to varsity, him along with Bundang, along with Wata, all these guys played JV last year and making the jump this year. So far, they look really good as Gutierrez is going to miss both of his free throws. Youngena gets the follow-up, though, knocks it down for 2, so it doesn't end up hurting him in the end. 57-25, under 6 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. Klamath Union still leads. 3-point jump shot on the other side taken by Benyon. It's no good. Wata gets the rebound, feels a lot of pressure. And Garrett Short is going to travel. Between the boys and the girls game, at least 10 traveling calls. You don't see that.
No, they don't exist.
Yeah, well.
How that one wasn't a foul, I don't know, but that's...
St. Mary's is going to take it now. Benyon diving to the rim, and the pass intended, I think, for Sternenberger goes out of bounds. Last touched, though, by the Pelicans. Inbound pass goes to Kranenberger, now over to Del Planche. Del Planche gets it inside to Benyon. A nice pass into Del Planche, but it's broken up by Wata, so even a better defensive play. The ball goes out of bounds. And St. Mary's still with it. 4:44 to go in the fourth quarter. 57-25, Klamath Union leads. Inbound pass up top to Haynes, back inside to Sternenberger. Cross-court pass to Benyon. Benyon, open 3, knocks it down. 28 points now for St. Mary's to Klamath Union's 57. 4:27 to go in the fourth. Wata takes it up. Cross-court pass to Youngena, gets it inside to Garrett Short, and that was a slick pass into Short. 2 more points for KU, 59-28 in the fourth quarter. As Kranenberger takes it, he goes against Wata, tries to fade away with it, and I think Wata got a hand on it, no good. KU working with it on the other side. Youngena goes coast to coast, tries to throw up a layup, it is no good, and rebound to Del Planche. The pass inside, broken up by Wata, and he's going to bring it back up the front court. Wata inside to Youngena, and it was a good idea to pass it to him there, but just a little bit too much sauce on that one, goes out of bounds. 3:42 to go in the fourth. 59-28 the score. Klamath Union in control of this one to this point. Benyon brings it up for St. Mary's. Takes a screen set by Haynes. Now passes over to Haynes. Diving to the basket is Benyon. And a nice little reverse layup there for Benyon. 59-30 now as he converts the couple of points. Klamath Union still in the lead with 3.5 to go in the fourth. Garrett Short with it now. Short over to Wata. He kicks it then over to Bundang. Bundang, a 3 with a lot of arc, knocks it down. 6 points tonight for Bundang, and 62-32 the score. Biggest lead of the night so far for KU at 32 points. 3 minutes to go in the fourth, and Del Planche goes to the bucket. He's wrapped up, and I believe that'll be a foul called against Bundang. And St. Mary's will inbound with 3:01 to go in the fourth. Group substitution coming in for Klamath Union. On the floor for him now, Aaron Franklin, Jacob Cook, Javin Zumwalt, Pablo Macias, and number 10, who Coach told me he wasn't going to play, but we got number 10 on the floor for Klamath Union. Not quite sure who that is. And a pass for St. Mary's over to Cranenberg. Cranenberg tries to throw up a shot. He's fouled on it, and he will go to the line. Couple starters still on the floor. In fact, 4 starters on the floor for Klamath Union, up 32 with 2.5 to go in the fourth. Early in the season, try to get some reps in, some minutes, just to try to get ready for league play. It makes sense that some of those guys still out there, in my opinion.
Well, the fact that Cook hasn't played in more than a week because he's playing baseball, that's part of it. I'd have him in there too.
Absolutely. 1-1 at the free throw line. It's 62-32. And group sub for St. Mary's as well. We'll reset the floor for them. Looks like it's going to be Walker, Haynes, Patel, Foster, and Johnson out there for the Crusaders. St. Mary's takes it, 2:10 to go in the fourth. They trail by 31, 62-31 the score. Patel going to get it inside, and a nice layup going to the basket was Haynes. Credit him with 2 points there. 62-33, KU still leads. Pass over to Franklin. Franklin takes a quick three on the other side, his first one of the night that he knocks down. 65-33, under 2 minutes now to go in the fourth. St. Mary's working quickly. Walker trying to find some room, kicks it outside to Foster. Foster cross-court pass to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Cook beyond the arc. Kicks it over to Haynes. Haynes outside to Foster. Foster takes a 19-foot jump shot off the front of the rim. No good. Pablo Macias with the rebound. Pablo going up with it. He's going to pass it outside to Zumwalt. Zumwalt, a swift move there. Kicks it back outside to Franklin. Air in front of the rim, no good. Jacob Cook gets the rebound. He's going to go back up with it. He gets hacked. No foul. Aaron Franklin with it now. He throws it up. Cook gets the rebound again. Jacob Cook over to Pablo Macias. Fakes right, goes left. Right elbow jumper, no good. And rebound St. Mary's. Under a minute to go now in the fourth quarter. Patel with it now on the other side for St. Mary's. St. Mary's going with it. He kicks it outside to Johnson. Johnson picked up by Cook in the far corner. Pardon me, the near corner. Haynes spinning, kicks it outside to Patel. Patel picked up by Zumwalt. Now back over to Foster, who's guarded by Franklin. Johnson diving to the bucket, going against Jacob Cook. He's going to dribble it around, kick it outside to Walker. Walker going in against Pablo Macias. That's blocked by Aaron Franklin, but a foul. And you know how that's a foul and how there was no fouls on Cook at the other end. 65-33. It doesn't matter too much with 33 seconds left to go. But you'd like to see a little bit of consistency there. The first free throw is good.
I'm not sure they called the foul on.
It must have been Franklin because he was the only one involved in that play.
If that's the case, he should be out because I've got 5 on him.
Well, maybe it's not. 33 seconds to go in a 65-14 ball game, and I'm not quite sure what our officials are talking about.
Trying to figure out how to count.
Well,
sorry, I couldn't resist that.
That was you saying that. A technical is called against who is the technical called on?
It's called on Young Genna for illegal substitution for coming in to substitute for Franklin.
Who fouled out of the game.
Who they still have out on the floor.
Huh. That is something, isn't it? Well, he missed the first free throw. At the line was Walker. And, it wouldn't be a sporting event in the Klamath Basin without some question marks. It just wouldn't. Second free throw is good. Does he get 3 technical free throws?
No, he was shooting. He was fouled earlier. So he just gets 1 technical.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have figured out our free throws. 65-36, 33 seconds left to go. Franklin is now on the bench as he did foul out of the game. And Young Genna is going to come on and check in legally now. Inbound pass goes to Haynes. Haynes goes inside. He's fouled on his way to the bucket, and he will shoot 2 more free throws for St. Mary's.
I don't know who this kid is. Number 23.
Number 23 for Klamath Union. Yeah, a couple kids on the junior varsity squad were warming up with the team today. Coach told me we wouldn't see him on the floor. I also don't know if he necessarily expected a 30-point W with 29 seconds left to go in the fourth. But, got some JV kids some reps, and although we don't know their name yet, I'm sure we will, as the second free throw is no good. Pass goes inside to Walker. Walker gets a free look at the bucket. It's no good. Rebound by Youngena. Kicks it over to Wata. Wata with it now. Klamath Union could dribble it out if they want to with 16 seconds left to go. Wata in a double team. He's going to kick it over. And with 9 seconds left to go, just trying to pass it around. 5 seconds now. Wata. He's going to get it. 1 second left to go. That is our final tonight. Klamath Union winning 65-37. We're going to try to get a player for our player of the game interview coming up here in just a minute, so stick with us for that. We've got the post-game show coming up next on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you into the post-game show. The final this afternoon, 65-37, Klamath Union ended up coming away with the win here. I'm joined now by Klamath Union senior Jacob Cook. Jacob, you had a great game, 15 points. How'd you feel about your first game back?
It was exciting. We got some fans here in the stands. We played a decent game, a couple of defensive breakdowns, but that's what you kind of expect in a first game with a short week of practice. But yeah, no, it was fun getting out there again.
What'd you see out there? You finished again 15 points. What were they giving you out there in the paint?
Well, I was pretty aggressive early. They started in man, and I just found a good spot on the post and went to work a little bit there. And then kind of as the game evolved, I started trying to look for my other guys to get them open looks as well, and that's just kind of what I felt was there for me.
You guys finished with a big win today in your first win of the season. You guys start league play, Tuesday? How do you guys feel going into league play?
This was a good tune-up for that. I think we're excited. We don't know really what to expect from them, from North Valley or any of these other guys. I think it is North Valley that we play.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect, though. We're just going to have a good practice on Monday and then come ready to play on Tuesday and give it our best, hopefully come away with the first league win of the year. So.
All right, Cook, I got one last question for you. When are you going to get a strap for your dang glasses? How many times they get knocked off tonight, man?
We counted 3 times today. We have an over-under on the team to see.
What's the over-under?
It was like 4 today, so actually we made it under it.
There you go.
But yeah, I was looking for him as I was leaving the house, and I was like, oh no, I got to get there. I can't look too long, so I'll just have to go buy some or something, and hopefully they don't fall off too many times.
Absolutely. Well, great game, Cookie. You guys come away with the win. Look forward to seeing you guys in league play. We'll back out here on Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds good.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
That was Jacob Cook, player of the game on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com, also 1150 92.9 KAGO. Well, when we come back, we're going to take a look at the stats and send you on your way to the rest of the post-game show coming up next, live.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
We welcome you back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. In the post-game show, this game is wrapped up. 65-37 the final. Klamath Union taking this one. And, Dick, this game was all KU from the very beginning, starting out with 8 points from Jacob Cook, and that was the run that they needed to get started.
It was. They came out running and gunning, and they took advantage of an overmatched team, I think. For St. Mary's, Benyon and Walker were the two hot hands. Walker had 10 points. Benyon had 13. Most of them were scored in the last part of the game. They started firing up threes to try to get back in it and knocked a couple of them down. For KU, Jacob Cook was obviously the main scorer, and he had 16 points and sat on the bench quite a bit. Short, as we expected, came through with 11. Franklin had 8. Struggled quite a bit from the line. He was 1 for 7 from the not from the line, from the 3-point line. But that's to be expected, being early in the season. He hasn't had a lot of playing time. Somebody that really impressed me was Vaughn Wata. He has 10 points, got them all in the first half, but he had some really, really good assists. He and Short if they got kind of shafted. I'll be frank on that. There were some easy layups that were missed that robbed them of the assist department. I think if Coach Case is going to do anything, he's going to work on not going up really strong when you're underneath. You got to have a nice soft touch, especially if you got a height advantage. You're not going to have to worry about getting challenged, and that's one of the things I think some of these guys probably went up a little bit too strong in the paint. It was a fun game to watch. KU played very, very well defensively. Short, Yenjena, and Cook just dominated underneath as far as rebounds, blocking shots, intimidating people, and that made the difference. St. Mary's had to shoot from the outside. They had nothing inside.
I want to talk about the team defense real quick because, like you said, first game of the season, defense is usually one of the last things to come along. You can show effort on defense and you can try real hard, but team defense, that's a thing you learn halfway through the year. But Klamath Union, St. Mary's was missing a little bit here and there on open shots, but their team defense for KU looked real dialed, in my opinion.
Yeah, St. Mary's had 10 turnovers in the first half and 9 in the second, 19 turnovers. You can't expect to win a game with that. KU had 3 in the first and 4 in the second. So, they took care of the ball. They caused a ton of turnovers. There were probably some that I missed. It's just a fun game to watch. So I'm not sure what the COVID rules are, but if you get a chance and the schools open up a little bit, it'd be good to be able to come out and support KU and watch them play. I think this is going to be an interesting season, and it's too bad we don't have a statewide playoff, but I think KU would be up there again.
You mentioned the statewide playoff, so just to give people at home the kind of rundown for that, the Oregon Schools Activities Association decided not to host state tournaments this year. They're doing what they called a culminating week, and at least for football, baseball, softball, some of these bigger sports, what they've done is sort of seeded themselves. They keep their own rankings voted on by the coaches, and I think some media people are involved, and they sort of seed themselves. They play every other day until on the Saturday, which is today, you would have a state championship, and that's what they're doing for baseball and softball right now. Henley, as a matter of fact, softball playing up in the state championship game today too, and Hidden Valley baseball playing LeGrand, and I anticipate the same sort of thing happening for girls and boys basketball, sort of in every other day. We're going to be traveling a lot, but if KU makes it that far, which, their defensive and offensive performance tonight looks like they might, that's what we'll be doing at the end of the season.
I think Coach Case should be happy with the way these guys played this early in the season. I heard Jared talk about the fact they had a couple defensive letdowns, but I didn't see too many. Right. There were some questionable calls out there that didn't go their way, but that's okay. That's to be expected when you're up by 30 points. The refs try to make it a little bit more fair, or I shouldn't say more fair, a little more even. And it's really interesting. We watched the girls' game, and there were I wish I'd been keeping track of held balls. I mean, there had to have been close to 50. I don't know. And refs have a tendency to specialize in a certain type of call. and there were a lot of travels called tonight. Yeah. And I've played basketball for a lot of years, and the refs overall did a pretty good job, but there were some questionable calls. And it's unfortunate because the kids get really frustrated. And, they're young, and, when they get frustrated, they have a tendency to kind of look at the ref like, what planet are you living on? I think the point is that overall, no matter what team you're on, St. Mary's for Klamath Union, both teams kind of had to play against two teams tonight, and it's just how it is sometimes. But Klamath Union does come away with the win, 65-37. Our next broadcast is here at home on Tuesday against North Valley. Looking forward to starting league play with this team. I am. It's going to be fun to go travel and watch, too. Absolutely. So I guess that's it. We will see you next Tuesday. This about does it for us tonight. The final score one more time, 65-37. Klamath Union taking the win. I'd like to extend a quick thank you to Scott Mason, the Klamath Union Athletic Director, allowing us to cover his program, and head coach Ed Case. Would also like to wish head coach of the Crusaders, Richard Vasey, a safe trip home, and the rest of his team having to make the trip over the hill this afternoon. Wishing a safe trip home for them. Again, if you'd like to watch an archived replay of this event, simply log on to mybasin.com and click on Watch. MyBasin.com is your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news, sports, special events, and everything else in between. Check us out online at mybasin.com. Once again, the final score tonight, 65-37. Klamath Union 1-0 on the season. For Dick North, I'm Josh Eldridge. Have a great rest of your weekend live from Klamath Union High School. Way to reel me in, Josh.